Suck and groan, disobedience turned their hearts to stone. Rejected the truth, lost in the zone. Now they're paying rent in Hades' bone home. Both crackheads, no shelter in the night. Underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denials echo through torturous flight. Only face facts could have saved their plight. Lightning crack, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll. Zeus truth or face the dole. Charon's boats too full to float. Wails of the foolish on the underworld note. Denied Olympian decree, now they tote. Eternal chains, no antidote. Gods convene, truth unseen. Demigods whisper, lost souls scream. Follow the path or drown in the stream. Zeus' wrath, a cruel dream. Dreams of torment echo loud. Lost in sulfur, desperate, proud. Zeus watches from Olympus cloud. Rejected truth, their fates avowed.
Greetings, ladies.
Convene, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll. Zeus or face the dole. Charon's boats too full to float. Wheels of the foolish on the underworld boat. Denied Olympian decree, now they tote. Eternal chains, no antidote.
Greetings, ladies
No antidote.
and gentlemen. All right.
Yeah. Me, Zeus.
You know what time it is?
And Mr. Cross. Yeah. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. When you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game,
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
when you out here being saucy.
Getting too spicy. I ain't even had my coffee. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. All right, listen again. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the Thunderdome. And guess what? I am your host. I'm your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here. Unfortunately, we have to save this country from the evil clutches of you know who, the MAGA Republicans. All right, but before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, because we got a lot of territory to cover. Oh my God. Let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who don't know who I am, I go by the name Zeus. Oh, Mr. Nice Guy, come on. I've seen your lives. Please knock it off. For those of you who don't know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, Big Zeus actually, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. I am the most honest person on social media. All right, don't push me because I'll actually show you the evidence if you make me do it. You know what I'm talking about, right? The second H is because, well, guess what? I'm humble. I'm the most humble person on social media, all right? And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you've guessed it, I am and will always remain the most handsome. Check out my features, all right? Now, many of you know exactly what we are here to do, all right? We got to hold our friends. I don't even want to call them my friends at this point. You guys are some sick people, to be quite honest. Accountable for all of the dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as crimes that they continue to do against the American people, all right? Someone has to hold their feet to the fire, and that's exactly what this show is all about. As much as we despise those on the right, we got to keep the fight clean, all right? We address it through policy. We address it through verbal chastising. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? And so with that being said, we got a woo-wee. Before I go any further, because we're in the Thunderdome and anything could possibly happen in the Thunderdome, but don't worry, I am the one in charge, all right? But before we go any further, I must say this. I'm going to give you Trump supporters an opportunity today to just leave this live and go on about your miserable morning, all right? Because trust me, there's going to be an overwhelming amount of truth coming out of here, and it's going to make you feel very, very uncomfortable. It really is, all right? But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You know, a lot of people on this app who've been following me for the past couple of years, and this thing has been getting to where it's at now. You've all got on here and you said, Zeus, you're a race baiter. You know, they say I'm a race baiter. They say, Zeus, you're lying. And I had a moment to myself and I said, I have to reflect. I've talked to a lot of folks, my Latin brothers and sisters on my platform who voted for Donald Trump. I've spoken to them and I've spoken clear English where they had no other point. They had no other choice but to truly understand what I was trying to get them to understand is about to happen in this country. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, these folks, they looked at me and you know what I said to myself? They must have thought they were better than Zeus, right? They believed that they were more superior than Zeus because, you know, sometimes they just go off of the visuals and they see, you know, oh, this is a very handsome looking guy. But unfortunately, I'm a little on the lighter side. And so guess what? I'm actually better than you, Big Zeus. And what I'm going to do, Zeus, because you don't get it, Zeus, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. This is what they thought to themselves. And guess what, Zeus? I'm good. I'm safe. It's all good in the hood, Zeus. I got this paperwork. You all remember this one lady. She got on my platform, Puerto Rican woman. Oh, Zeus, I'm good. I got my paperwork. I got it back with Ronald Reagan. And I had a serious conversation. I said, man, listen up. What are you going to do? And I threw it out there as a hypothetical. What are you going to do if Donald Trump sends ICE to your door and just says, you know what, ma'am, that paperwork's no good. You got to go. Oh, Zeus, if that happens, it doesn't matter. Because she had an accent to her. It doesn't matter, Zeus. God got me. That's what she said. God got me. And she went on about her life. I haven't spoken to her, but ma'am, you know who you are. If you are here, I would love to see if God still got you. All right? We want to see if God still got you. Yeah. Some folks out here, because you don't know America's history, and you really did believe in the so-called American dream. W. Janice in the chat. Some of you, thank you. Some of you Hispanic folks out there that voted for Donald Trump, maybe I should have said it earlier, but I'll say it today. Wait a second. They're saying, Zeus, don't talk like that. Zeus, aren't you a plant from the DNC? No, I'm not a plant from the DNC. Look at this. Look at this, MAGA. Look at that. No strings attached. I am not a hand puppet. I'm telling you what I know because I lived in this country. I know the history. I wanted to say this to you Trump supporters, all right? Especially to you so-called Latin folks. You ever heard of the American dream? Any of you out there ever heard of the American dream? Any of you out there heard of the American dream? I'm looking for my Hispanic brothers and sisters out there. Any of you heard of the American dream? All right. I'm just looking in the chat. Okay. All right. Well, a lot of us black folks know the American dream is actually an American nightmare for a lot of people of color. We already knew that. We knew that. It's not an American dream. It's an American nightmare. All right. And y'all are in, you know, they say FAFO. That's where y'all at right now. This weekend had to have been the worst weekend in 2025, actually so far. And we're just getting started with the Trump administration. Yesterday, and you know, I tried to not even bring sports onto what I talk about because to me, they're just separate. And I know people are very passionate. But yesterday, I was trying to relax and watch some football. How many of you were trying to watch some football yesterday? And a strong, fearless leader. I said, these Trump supporters, you have no idea what's about to happen here in the United States of America. And while this is all happening, to think I couldn't just watch football. You go over the X and Lie Central. There's so many other fires popping up. ICE raids. ICE raids. While I'm trying to watch football, he's getting into a trade war. We got ICE raids. There's a video that was circulating on the internet yesterday or on this weekend. I want to get this on the record. This is somebody who was, deported. And I said, you know what? Got a point. Hold on.
Mr. Trump, me wanna say thank you to you for deportation me to Mexico and give me 1 week's vacation. My boss never give me. Thank you for deportation me back to my country. 1 week I be back in US.
Oh.
Okay. 1 week I be back. My buddies over here, they give me my buddies from the CARTEN. They give me these. Look.
Oh.
I be back 1 week.
Fake documents.
Look.
Oh, that
Look.
looks pretty good.
My buddies give me this passport.
Oh.
So you tell my boss 1 week vacation, okay?
So this gentleman, this is a Hispanic person, obviously. He says, guess what? It's just a 1 week vacation. I'm going to go to the CARTEL. I know a lot of you can't spell that fast, but write it down. CARTEL. And then he'll be back in a week. He just considers it a vacation. And I said, think about all the money the Trump administration is about to waste. Because, yeah, you could get him over there, but how are you going to keep him? You're not thinking. And this is why this whole country is going down in degradation. And this is why you Trump supporters are going to be the first ones to suffer. It's because the wickedness and the evil and the corruption in your heart has been fully exposed. And we see you for what you are. I don't even got to say it. And you say I'm a race baiter? Absolutely not. So what I'll do is this. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these Trump supporters a round of booze and shame, because they don't understand that you cannot keep people down. You can't keep people down who are determined. All right. You just can't. There's too much border. There's too many coastlines. All right. And if you get in a fight with the entire world, guess who's going to end up losing? You will, MAGA. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a huge round of booze and shame. You think I'm mad, Eddie? You think I'm mad, Eddie? Eddie.
Silence, you MAGA.
Eddie, you think I'm mad? You know what, Eddie? This one's for you. You can go to hell too. Get out of here, Eddie. Double drink in the chat. If you want to talk to Big Zeus, feel free to send me a request. I'm going to open up the box because I don't got nothing to hide from. But you know what I want to really do real quick? I'm going to get one more video into the record, all right? This is a Hispanic woman, ladies and gentlemen, who she says they're out here raw. All right? And I said, that's some street lingo right there. She said ICE is out here raw. They coming to get anybody. They don't care if you're here legally or not. And I said, okay, great. Because this is real. This is real. I thought we were safe a little bit, because some of these people out here, especially these people on TikTok, and they know exactly who they are. They walk around here in their FJB gear, and they're Hispanic, and they think ICE won't come and get them. But you guys got to understand, ICE is out here raw, all right? And you got to go look that up. That means no protection. They coming to get you. Shout out W-ICE for this one. And so what I'll do is this. I'm going to be, this platform is all about DEI, you know what I mean? So I would love for any of my Latin brothers and sisters who voted for Donald Trump, please come on to this show. All right. Just identify yourself, and if you don't mind, let us know where you're located. All right, please just tell us where you're located in the country, and we will help you out. All right, don't worry, you're safe. All right, you voted for Donald Trump, right? So you're all good. All right, just come on up here, my Latin brothers and sisters. For some strange reason, ladies and gentlemen, ever since these ICE raids have occurred, haven't you noticed we've had a shortage of Latin people come up here who said they voted for Trump? All of a sudden, you know what? Zeus might be right. Yeah.
Just getting people with criminal records. They are doing checkpoints.
Listen to what she said.
No, you guys are not just getting people with criminal records. They are doing checkpoints. And with the immigrant, so this is...
She said they're not just getting people with criminal records. They're doing checkpoints. You ever heard of a DUI checkpoint? We all know what DUI checkpoints, but when they said ICE checkpoints, I said, woo! Y'all done messed up. Go ahead, man. Please continue.
What happened yesterday, my mom got pulled over at 10 a.m. outside of the house, but my mom is a citizen. She does have a citizenship to America. So they pulled her over and they advised her that they have a checkpoint and that they need to see her driver license or documentation. So my mom showed her ID and they let her go.
Oh.
This morning my dad was pulling out to leave. My mom was going to meet him out in the front because they were going to take the same car, but they were just going to park the other car out on the street. And as my dad was pulling out, a bunch of undercovers, pulled him over and asked him for a driver license and said, we are doing a checkpoint. We need...
Imagine you're pulling out of your driveway, heading to work, and ICE shows up out of nowhere. You were all good under Joe Biden. And then ICE shows up.
To see, driver license, etc. Obviously, my dad is an immigrant. My dad does not have documentation. So obviously, they detained my dad.
They detained
him. My mom pulled over and she called me crying. The unfortunate part is that I'm in Texas because it's my grandpa's 90th birthday party, his dad's birthday party today. So, my mom, he had left his phone in the truck. ICE took him to the center, and then my dad called my mom.
Imagine you have to leave your cell phone behind. That's spooky, huh? Because you know what you got to do with your cell phone. That's how you get your money. That's how you pay your rent. That's how you pay your bills. Your cell phone, that's how you get it in. And you got to leave that behind because you've been detained by ICE. Your family is completely destroyed. Don't you folks understand y'all played yourselves? Again, where are my Hispanic brothers and sisters that voted for Donald Trump? They quiet as a church mouse while this is happening right in their own community. If I were a person in the community like this and I knew you voted for Donald Trump, I'd have such disdain for you because I would be wondering, how ignorant are you to do such a thing? Did you really think you were better than us? Something's wrong with you.
You're either stupid or you hate the country. You're either stupid or you hate the country.
That's what he thinks of you.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Which one is it? Those of you who voted for Donald Trump to do this to you.
There and told her, they're taking me straight to Las Vegas. They have executive orders to pick up whoever is illegal, is an immigrant, and send them straight through. Not even put them in the jail. They're going to detain them at the Las Vegas Detention Center. All the immigrants that are already there, they're going to go drop them off in TJ. He left his phone in the truck. Luckily, the ICE detainee or police officer let my mom take his phone back so he can call us when he does get to TJ. So they met her at the gate. My mom said, my daughter wants to speak to you. We have a lawyer. And he said, we're not getting involved with that.
So you think you're going to get, this trick because you watch TV? Oh, I'm going to call my lawyer. They don't care. They don't care. They're not getting into that. What they getting into is putting you in some handcuffs, you know, and putting you on one of those military planes and sending you to where they think you belong. If you are in the Hispanic community and you didn't vote for Donald Trump, you know what I'll say? Thank you. You were actually, but if you did vote for Donald Trump, shame on you. All right. And to those, you got to hold your friends in the community accountable. Say, hey, you voted for this. You voted for us to get treated like this. What a disgrace. What a disgrace.
We have executive orders to shoot whoever is undocumented straight back. Not even put them in the jail system, just shoot them straight back. So it's not just criminal records, you guys. This is all immigrants are doing checkpoints. They're not caring about your rights. They don't care about the law. They're out there raw.
They're out there raw. And let that be the theme of today, ladies and gentlemen. ICE is out there raw. That's some new lingo. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Join me in sending every single one of these Trump supporters that voted for Donald Trump so that he could do this to them in their community. Join me in warming up the lake of fire, all right? Because this is a special one. And what we're going to do is we're going to send these people straight to hell because like Donald Trump said,
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Open borders with people pouring in, some of whom, I won't get into it, but you can look at them and you can say, could be trouble, could be trouble.
Anybody out there that could be trouble, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you voted for Donald Trump. I'll start taking guest requests right now, but I had to get all that information in there on the record because I don't like when Trump supporters get up here and try to mislead me and mislead you, and then they try to pivot and start talking about stuff I could care less about. Okay. All right. And you know the rules to the show. You got to send me a guest request, push or thrift, all right, because I can't directly invite you. No cursing, no profanity, all right? Seriously, we got to keep it clean. Don't get up here making threats. We had a gentleman last week do something like that. No, we detest, like my good friend Nutty said, we clearly detest Donald Trump, but what we're not about to do is get up here and push stuff like that, all right? And make it about the issue, all right? Let me bring up the first panelist, ladies and gentlemen. You see what we got going on up here, all right? Slice of Pittsburgh, welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, where are you calling from? Pittsburgh?
Yes,
All right, how old are you?
41,
All right, you voted for Trump?
of course,
Yeah, why?
because I live in a sanctuary city and they get away with everything. They do whatever they want.
So you have a problem with crime?
Yes.
Now, what I'm about to do, Slice of Pittsburgh, this is your first time watching Big Zeus?
No, I watch all the time.
Okay, so you know I've just dismantled your argument already,
Yep.
right? You see you have no defense. What's my next move?
I don't know. I forget. Probably
So I
kick
asked
me
you,
out.
you have a problem with crime. You said yes.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, put W Zeus in the chat. All right, here's the thing, Slice of Pittsburgh. You lost because guess what? You voted for a criminal. You voted for a criminal. W Zeus in the chat. You voted for a criminal.
I guess I did.
Yeah, so won't you do me a huge favor and apologize for voting for a criminal? Because
I'm
you
sorry,
can't.
I voted for a criminal.
Thank
Donald
you.
Trump is the worst person ever in the world.
No. Did you mean it?
Yes.
Okay, then you and I don't have anything
I
to talk
can't
about,
vote
bro.
for any blue.
Wait. You can't. You and I have nothing else to talk about. The conversation kind of ended then, right?
Yeah, because I hate sanctuary cities, so I would never vote someone blue. Do you go to a red sanctuary city? I don't think.
I've been in a lot of places in the country.
Name one.
It depends.
It's red? I don't think so.
Slice of Pittsburgh.
It's-
You know what? I'm going to move on because obviously,
Okay, yeah, 'cause you're an idiot. You're dumb. You're bye.
you know what? This is easy. W Zeus in the chat. Slice of Pittsburgh. I'm going to do this for you. You did an awesome job apologizing for voting for a criminal. All right. But the person you're actually referring to in a derogatory way, sir, honestly, isn't Big Zeus. It's called projection because maybe you didn't know this. Every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. Slice of Pittsburgh, do me a huge favor. Go to hell. Go to hell.
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
You either stupid or you hate the country.
One of the two. And yeah, Slice of Pittsburgh, you know exactly what you are. Do we have any more Trump supporters that are willing to get in the box and be open and honest with the American people? What I'm really looking for are my Latin brothers and sisters out there that voted for Donald Trump. That would really make my morning, all right? Paid propaganda, small pockets, please get in the box. Talk to Big Zeus. If you think that I'm paid propaganda, first things first, bring the receipts. Show everyone who Big Zeus is getting paid for, if you don't mind small pockets. And this, you know what you really should say, just stop it at the small P. Right, small P, I sent you a guest request and you didn't accept the request. So I'm going to assume you're a Russian bot. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we do to the Russian bot mod. Please put them in a straight jacket, all right? Because they can't be in my chat polluting my comment section like that. A lot of people tune into this show because they want to hear the truth, the unadulterated truth, small P, all right? You know what I'll do? Ladies and gentlemen, let's send small P straight to hell too. Get out of here.
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
Marry me. You didn't even spell Mary correctly. So I already know there's a problem up here. She calls herself Marry Me. What do y'all do? Do y'all really sit? This is honestly to you Trump supporters. When y'all come up with these ridiculous accounts, do you ever sit back and read and look at what you wrote and go, I wonder what the impression I'm giving to people is if I actually use this name? Because honestly, it doesn't seem like you're doing a lot of that. And that's probably why you're in this situation, Marry Me. And here's the thing, Marry Me. I don't know what you're doing right now, but it ain't adding up. You're on your way to being broke. Broke as a joke. All right. And so guess what? You won't be woke, but you will be broke. W Zeus in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter, and I'll bring you right on up. Ooh. Oh, you finally decided to put your big girl pants on.
You know what, young man? You don't hear any people. You don't hear people out.
Are those sirens?
Rant. I'm outside. Yeah, I'm outside.
Well, get in the house and be safe. I don't want nothing. You know,
No,
they're doing ice raids.
apartment.
Those
I'm
are
in the
ice
fire
raids.
department.
That's ice raids. Come on now. Turn on the camera too. Can you turn your camera on? Can we see who you
Anyway.
are? Let's turn that camera on,
Anyway,
Marry Me, and show us that it ain't
I
ice.
serve. You have a big mouth. Shut up and let
Oh.
people talk. Let
Oh.
people talk. You don't give people. You call people up to talk, and then you don't let them talk. You just run your big mouth. You know. And I served 8 years in the military in the Air
Oh, well,
Force,
thank you for your
okay?
service.
Okay.
Ain't I
But here's the
respectful?
thing.
Ain't I respectful for that? Come on, give me some
Here's
points
the
for that.
thing. You all have to bow down to the military. Everybody do. If you're a United States citizen, you have to give governance to the military, okay? And then first of all, you said Mary. That is the way my mom spelled my name. Merry.
Oh.
And that's not a problem.
Prove it.
You know, that's not a problem.
She
And
put
I
that on the
can
birth
pass the other
certificate.
one
Show
off.
us the birth certificate.
You don't have to. I don't have to prove anything to you. But
All
what
right,
I
I'll
do
take
have
your
to
word.
prove
I'll
that-
take your word, Mary. My apologies. I don't want to get
Trump.
I don't want to get people's names wrong. That's outside of my
Okay.
character to do that. I didn't know. I've never seen that. You're showing me something new, so I sincerely apologize.
Okay.
Thank
But
you.
anyway, I just came on, and I didn't come on to be all, like you are with this energy. But
Oh.
I just came on because I did vote for Trump.
And that's the
You know,
part where I gotta ask you.
voted.
That's gotta ask you something. Do you really feel like that was the smartest thing to do, considering your history and the ancestors that you and
Yes,
I
I
share
do.
in common?
Yes, I do. I
What
do. I do feel like.
What about him wanting to
that-
give police unlimited immunity to destroy brothers and sisters in the community? And that's a rhyme for your behind. What about him wanting to give police immunity so they can destroy brothers and sisters in the community? Marry Me.
saying destroy brothers and sisters in the community?
You
I
okay
did
with
not
that?
hear him say that.
Oh, you-
because I didn't hear him say that, but if he did, that's not okay. You know, that's not okay.
But he's
if
going
he
to.
did-
You know what he said, Marry Me? He said there needs to just be one day of just the police going in there and going to town on brothers and sisters. And he ain't going to do anything. marry me. Do you have a
criminal,
job?
if you a
Ma-
criminal,
no,
if
no, no,
you
no,
are
no. That
a
ain't.
criminal, if you are a criminal, these things they need to go to town in
Mary.
black communities. You know how destroyed the black communities are with black brothers and black sisters.
But
They
Mary.
need to have
So we need the
someone
police
to
to
come in
come in
and
there. So we
govern.
need the police to
If
come
you
in there
guys,
and
if
rough us
black
up.
men are not governing, if black men are not governing, because you guys are not doing a doggone thing in your community, you're not. You're standing by black on black crime. You're not. So this is like black men always talk about what the white man is doing, white tea people is doing, but what are you not doing to fix your community? You're not doing anything to fix the
I'm
community.
sorry, Mama. I'm sorry, Mama. I didn't know this was going to be what we got into today, Mother. Because you know,
You brought it up.
my mama watched the show, and what
That's
you just
good.
said was a
I
huge.
say hi to your mom.
But what you just said was a huge disservice to her and all the women out there, the black women especially, and the black men out there who are actively
Disservice.
for.
It's not a disservice. If you served in the military like
My
I
dad
did,
was in the Air Force
and you
and
went
retired.
around,
Man, my dad
right?
was in the
That's
Air Force and retired.
exactly.
All right,
Kudos to your dad.
and he
Kudos to your
helped, and
dad.
he was just as involved in raising Big Zeus as my mom. So when you make such blanket statements and you ignore American history about what ended up causing a lot of black men to not be involved in their houses, because you know what they did, it is a huge disservice to the black community. In your hatred, and this is self-hate, you know
It's not self hate.
you hate
It's
yourself.
you guys. You hate
Ladies and
yourself
gentlemen, I
because
didn't know we were going to
if you
have this
aren't cleaning,
conversation.
you're not cleaning up your community. You hate black men, and black men
I
is the
do.
one that's
I'm not the
breaking
one who
down
got up
black
here,
women.
ma'am.
You are. You hate your
Ma'am,
community. You hate
ma'am.
fix your community before you start talking about the white tea
Is
people.
it your
You know,
community?
you guys
Wait a
fix
second,
it. Fix
ma'am.
it.
Are
I
you
don't live
black?
there anymore.
Oh, are you
I don't
black?
live there
Wait a
anymore.
second. Come on. Wait a second. Are you
What do
black?
I look like to you?
Well, you
You
keep
guys
saying
always go off identity. You
you
guys called
said
Kamala Harris black when she was an Indian, right? So what I look like to you?
you said your community. So what that means is it's not your community in my world, right? So what nationality, what ethnicity are you repping?
Ethnicity do I look like? I represent me,
You don't want to turn your camera on, maybe,
community.
because that could be an AI picture.
Oh, okay.
You want to turn the camera on then? You know, because a lot of people don't want to actually put an address on. I'm gonna give you off the ability to turn your camera on, and let's just go ahead and let the
You see, you hear my voice, so I don't
ladies and
need to
gentlemen in
turn
the
my
chat. Hold
camera
on,
on.
ladies and gentlemen in the chat. What ethnicity is this woman in the box? Because I honestly can't tell. Does she identify? Is she presenting as black? I don't know what this lady is. Some say black. Okay, black. Oh, someone wrote triple K. Whew. All right, so Latina, are you got some black and Latina in you? You black and
No, I do
Latina?
not.
Oh, okay, so
No,
you're
no,
just black.
no.
So you would present as black. Okay, so this is our community, correct?
I don't live there anymore, but it was my community.
Well, you got to
My
own it.
community.
Well, you got to own it, ma'am.
My community.
Well, you come from that. How you gonna hate what made you
I
who
come
you
from.
are?
I don't hate it. I
You,
just need you guys just need to help fix it. I go and help fix the community,
okay,
okay? When you
okay.
get boots on the ground, and I don't see the only time I see things happening, I don't see the regular black men in the neighborhood helping to fix the community.
Do you see air?
You see air?
You just because my point is just because you don't see something doesn't mean it's not there. You know what I mean? Because this is
I'm boots on the ground all the
this
time.
is
I don't
MAGA
see
this
it.
is MAGA logic. So we're a little off of where I wanted to go. The reason that we're talking about a lot of this though, and we're covering a lot of territory, is because one, you voted for Donald Trump, who's going to actually terrorize the community. Right?
Yes,
That's an
I'll be over
issue.
there in a minute.
That's an issue. You voted for Donald Trump, who's clearly going to terrorize the community. The second thing, because
At
you know
Chief Nelson,
he's going to
I'll
give.
be there.
Are you? What are you at? Taco Bell? What are you at? McDonald's? Where are
No,
you at?
I'm at the fire department, so I
Oh.
have to go and leave this conversation. And kudos to you, whatever you're trying to do. I don't have no
So
hate
you
in
have
my
a
heart.
job. You have a job. I just wanted to say this last thing before you get up out of here. He rescinded Biden's executive orders where they can discriminate against you. So if your
Oh well,
job discriminates against you and drops the
no,
N
no.
word, you're out of there because you can't do anything. And so I know you got to go. Congratulations, you played yourself. All right. W
I
Zeus
didn't
in the
play
chat.
myself. You
W
played
Zeus.
yourself.
W Zeus in the chat. If they disrespect you at your job and they use the N word, there's nothing you can do. All right, what we'll do, ladies and gentlemen, is that previous guest, Marry Me, she's clearly triggered. She knows she's wrong. She knows she's an embarrassment to her family and her community. But Marry Me, turn your phone up. You're at the fire department and let them hear what I have to say. To everyone at that fire department with Marry Me, she is okay with you dropping all kinds of slurs towards her because she knows her daddy is in charge. And let's go ahead and send her straight to hell. Get out of here, Marry Me. Your community.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
One of those two. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. So she thought about that. Marry Me. You're a disgrace to this country. You're a disgrace to the community. I used to be from there. Whoo. You know you still go there. You know you still go there. Because you sound like you do. All right, let me bring up the next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring up the next guest. I got to talk to my good friend Q Dog. Welcome, Q Dog.
What's going on, Zeus?
Oh man, we've had quite the week. The weekend especially. You were there.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. And for that young lady that just came off the live, we don't claim you. You or your bobblehead. You can act like you black all you want with them dreads in your head, but you
Oh,
don't know the culture behind them dreads. If you
oh.
did, you wouldn't be saying the crap that came out your mouth, especially about black men. Let me tell you something about black men, like myself, Omega Psi Phi, and all the other Divine Nine. We adopt blocks and clean up our community. If you ain't there to open your eyes and see that, I don't know what to tell you. You must be in a tunnel somewhere. So we gonna leave you right in that tunnel with the rest of the maggots, and you can stay there and trump all day long till it's your turn. And they decide to say, you know what? You got dreads. We gonna deport you back to Jamaica.
WQ Dog in the chat. She didn't see that connection though. That's the issue.
No, see the thing is, I got an ex-girlfriend that I'm still friends with. And she has dreads, and she explained to me the culture and the story behind the dreads.
Oh.
You don't touch dreads at a certain point, and you don't cut them. So you got them in your head and don't even know the history behind it.
Wow.
So you need to shave your head bald.
Oh, WQ Dog. We're gonna get him some act right, getting up in here. And you see how she was embarrassed to represent her culture? I asked her, well, what how do you present what I look like? What that mean? That's
It was
self-hatred.
probably an AI picture because that head was too much of a bobblehead for it to be real. I went through her page.
You went through her page. This is nasty.
So I wanted to give you a little uplift and encouragement
Talk to him.
from the idiot that was on our live this weekend. See, they brought out the Incredible Hulk this weekend. You know, I toned it down here. Well, I get a little rah here.
Oh yeah, you do that. You do that. But you know, I don't tell people how to run their own platform because I don't want nobody telling me how to do what I do. You feel me?
Exactly. But
That's how it works.
They caught the Beast come out this weekend. And come to find out, the one that was doing all that rah in the live, oh, she got a pending case with the court system. She got to go to court for that was it the PPP loan?
Oh.
Yeah. So they're gonna get her when she goes to court.
Oh, I
That's
didn't know. I
probably
don't.
why she's angry.
Oh, life is so. You know, they say the truth is stranger than fiction. This is. I mean, you know, I don't know what to make of that, but that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah,
That's
I actually
wild.
found that out. I found that out from another brother that was in the live. That actually actually follow me. And
And
from
we're
that
not saying
live,
any names. We're not saying
we
any
ain't saying no
names.
names,
We just
but
speaking in
it's
general. They
funny.
know who they are. Wow.
Yeah, it's funny. They might be in this live, but guess what? Out of that live, I had 200 of your people follow me after that live. When you
Oh.
saying all that BS that was there to say that day.
Mm.
So
Wow.
I congratulate my haters.
All right.
And
W to the
you know,
W to Q Dogs haters.
doing what I gotta
I mean, this is sad. You know, they said something. President Biden was the most divisive president ever. How do you feel right now, Q Dog, in terms of this country uniting? Do you feel like Donald Trump is actually helping this country unite?
It's not, man. It's not. They actually believe the rhetoric that they got going on with themselves. And it's just amazing. 5 years ago, like I said, when people didn't know if they were going to be unalive due to C-19, they were so ready to be friends and love thy neighbor and everything. Now you're in a situation. Now you got this idiot in office that you want to just hate everybody because if you don't like Trump, then we don't like you. Well, guess what?
What's that?
Keep liking that fool, and you'll F around and find out.
That part. That part. They're not learning, and what we're going to end up doing, and this is why this show and shows like this on TikTok are very, very important. We're going to have to keep getting the truth out there and hitting these folks upside their head with it, right? Until they actually wake up and realize the problem isn't, I'm going to be honest, it isn't just Trump, it's really them. It's their own hatred. It's the wickedness in their hearts that got them in this situation that they're currently in. Right?
I just don't understand it, man. I don't understand it that you let one individual man, because God said, "Don't let any man come before him."
Bingo.
But you letting this man decide who you want to be friends with, and this goes all the way across the
Them
board
is Trump supporters. MAGA.
with families, friends. You let this man divide you, and this man ain't paying you a damn dime. All you concerned with is what you thought you got from him, which actually came from Obama, which was the stimulus payments, the stimulus checks. And by the way, you're not gonna get them this time. Believe that. You're not gonna
Tell
get
'em.
any stimulus. The only
Hey,
reason you
Gonzalez,
got the stimulus is
send me a
because the
request.
world was shut down.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
get it through your head and start loving yourself, because at the end of the day, like I said, you're gonna have to deal with God one-on-one at the end of the day.
That part. That part.
You're gonna wonder why your life was cut short because of the way you acted towards
The
your fellow
wickedness.
man that did nothing to you.
That part. There you go. Well, listen, Q Dog, I got to move it on, bro. But as always, I appreciate you. All right. Might have to bring you up. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, WQ Dog in the chat. No lies detected. This is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. We get the truth out here, whether these people like it or not. They know good and darn well they have truly, truly messed up. All right, now let's go back to the box, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring up another Trump supporter. All right, Pusha Thrift. Greetings. You sent Big Zeus a guest request.
Yeah, hold up. I did not
Oh,
vote for Trump. I don't know
oh,
why you put me as I voted for Trump, but
Oh,
I
I
did
thought I
not vote
saw
for
you
that
in the
cracker.
chat. Oh my God. Well, listen, I'm gonna bring you back up. All right, send a guest request. All right, I'm gonna try to find
Okay,
someone.
thank you.
All right, Pusha Thrift, ladies and gentlemen. W's in the chat. I'm so sorry I mistakenly got that wrong. All right. What we'll do is we'll bring up the next Trump supporter. Please put a 1 in the chat. All right, and I'll bring you right up. We will drill, baby, drill. We will lower your taxes. All right, and we're gonna pay off a lot of your debt, but you got to be honest, right? Ange W in the chat. So put a 1 in the chat if you want to come up here and defend your cult leader, all right? And again, you don't got to worry about, the insults and stuff. I've already done all of that. It's all about you, though. Just be honest in the box. That's all I've asked. No cursing, no profanity. Just honest dialogue, all right? And you'll see very quickly that you really don't know what the heck you've done, all right? I see Rain Surfs. I invited you, but unfortunately, you're not accepting the request. So I'm assuming you are a bot. Oh, look at this. Oh, Chinese spy. All right, Art Bill, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey. How are you?
Fabulous.
All right.
Now that we got a respectable man as president.
What makes him respectable?
Well, let me rephrase that. A great man.
Now, you know who else is a great man?
Name it. Imagine you're gonna say it.
Who?
I don't know. Tell me.
The late great Hannibal Lecter. He wants to have you for dinner. Ain't that hilarious? What's that cheesecake commercial in the background all about, sir? Are you okay?
Fabulous.
Art, could you turn the TV down a little bit? I get it. You're watching, what is that, Fox? You eating some Cheez-Its, probably drinking a Diet Coke right now? Art.
Neither one. Drinking my community coffee.
Okay, but why you turn? I think you turned it down. All right, great. What part of the country are you calling from, Art?
New Orleans, Louisiana.
All right, shout out to NO. You know, my thing is this, Art. Do you honestly feel like you're winning right now, considering the fact that since Trump came into office, he's done a lot, right? I'm hearing right now he's done more in 6 days than Biden did in 7 days than Biden did in 4 years. Am I right?
More like he's done more in 5 days than Democrats did in 15 years.
Fair enough. That's awesome. That is awesome. So wouldn't you say that the egg prices should have already started to come down? Wouldn't you say my grocery prices should have already came down?
Mine has. I don't know where you shop, but mine has.
No, they haven't.
That's your opinion. I make groceries every week.
Where are you getting them from? Honestly, tell me right now. I'll look it up right now. Okay. Walmart, Louisiana?
Yes.
Okay. So how much? And you're telling us all right now, the eggs in Louisiana right now are 99 cents? Because you have a super center, it looks like. All right, 1901. How do you say that? Chipotle Street, New Orleans. You know where that's at?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me see what the egg prices are. Hold on. All right. $9, $9.40. Come on. Art, you just lied. Art, you lied.
Well, let me tell you something. I was paying over 200, almost 300 a week for all my groceries, and now it's down to 150. Almost half the price.
Does anyone believe Art? Because he just lied about the eggs. Does anyone believe Art? Art, what do you do for a living?
I'm retired.
So you're on fixed income.
Right.
You collect Social Security.
Right.
Okay. So I got some real terrible news for you. This your first time watching my show?
Yes.
All right. You remember when Donald Trump said this?
The stock market is only up because they think I'm going to win. And if we don't win, according to many people, including one of the greatest Wall Street prognosticators, named Scott Bessent. Has anyone heard of him? One of the most brilliant guys on Wall Street.
You remember this, right?
If I don't win, you will have a 1929 style depression. Enjoy it.
You hear that?
I believe that.
You hear that?
I believe that.
He said that if he doesn't win, you're going to have a 1929 style depression, right? That's what he said. You want to know what you want, but you know, he also said Hannibal Lecter was a great person, right? You believe that?
No.
Okay, so now you see how I know you have something working up here. The trick here is what he was really doing was saying to you, Art, if I win, we're going to have a 1929 style depression. That's what he was really saying, but you couldn't pick up on that because you were so caught up in the hatred part, of Kamala Harris. So since he's been in office, and I asked you, what exactly has he done to bring your grocery prices down? You said he cut it in half, 50%. Which executive order did that?
It just because he came in office, all the price gouging stopped.
Oh, so there's no executive order.
No, it's just
Okay,
the
okay.
crooks that was price
Wait a
gouging.
second. So what I'll do is this. I'll give you a point. W Art in the chat. So there's no executive order that brought down prices. I just went onto the Walmart website, Art, and I see eggs in in your area, they can start at $7 all the way up to $9.40. Which is right in line with one of the videos that I posted right now, where they're saying egg prices are continuing to go up. So one has to conclude that, Art, you're up here lying, or perhaps you're not able to look at your money and see what really things are costing. Because are you counting the money yourself, or is someone else counting it?
I'm counting my own money.
Okay, so then you know that you spending $150 when you used to spend $300 is a lie. All right, Art. And so this is my point. But you know what Donald Trump has done since he's been in office? Because you said there's no executive orders for that. He's done executive orders around, stripping DEI stuff out of the federal government, right? He's done that. What about he's doing things with the mass deportations? You see that, right?
Right.
Right.
And we need that.
Why? Tell me why you need your grocery prices to go up.
No, I don't need my grocery price.
Okay,
we need deportation.
Do you know who is helping your grocery prices stay low?
No, tell me.
Those people. The ones you want to get rid of, because, Art, I don't know about you, but I'm not getting out there and picking anything. Those days are over,
They got
buddy.
machines to do that job.
Yeah, but the machines only do one bit of it. There's still people needed to actually get the stuff to the machines. Have you actually been out on a farm or anything like that lately? On a plantation? You ever been on one of
I
those?
own property in Mississippi.
Do you grow produce?
Yes, I do, and I do it myself.
How
I farm
much?
every day.
Oh, so you're actually out there in the sun picking stuff. What crops are you
Right.
growing? What are you? Okay, well, what crops do you grow?
I grow tomatoes, greens,
But you pick them.
little watermelon.
You pick them yourself. You just said.
My family does, yes.
Do you pay them?
Yeah, when they pull themselves up to the table.
What do you mean? When you feed them, you pay them with
Right.
food. You don't give them any actual wages.
No.
So this is the issue. What you're doing right now is, you know what I call it? It's the local joker program, right? What you're doing is you're running a halfway operation, and then something else, that's full of sweat equity, and then at the end of the day, the only person actually profiting could be you, but really there's no money in that, right? What we're talking about are actual companies and businesses that are talking about profits. And you got to have labor in order to have profits, correct?
That used to be the way.
So I mean, no. This is still the way. So here's what's going to happen, and I seen it in the chat. Art, you got people scared to show up to work right now at farms all across this country. Believe it or not, this is what's happening, which means it's going to be a lot harder for you to go to buy stuff when it comes time to go to those stores like Walmart. Hey, I need some eggs. Hey, you like strawberries?
For years, they wouldn't let machines go on the land in them fields.
Okay.
Because it hurt migrant workers.
Okay, Art, I think I understand what's happening here. This is you're in over your head with this discussion, and what I want to do is I want to help people like you understand.
Let's talk about abortion.
Oh, Art, please. Art, please. You don't want to do that. Because there's a lot of women in here that have very strong beliefs and knowledge about that particular topic. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to
majority of Planned Parenthood abortions performed on black people or white people.
Oh, where'd you read that at?
You can find it on the internet.
Do you actually have a source? Or you just
name a source?
You know what else is on the internet, Art? Believe it or not, what's on the internet is Donald Trump was responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. You know what else is on there? He's also been convicted for felonies, and he's essayed women. E. Jean Carroll. That's on the internet too. You believe it?
Well, why do they put Planned Parenthood
Oh, okay. So
predominantly in black neighborhoods?
okay. Well, you want me to explain it to you, Art? You want me to explain it to you? Because I see where
the black people are struggling.
No, Art. What it is it's because people like Art are so focused on the wrong topics without understanding that Art should be really focusing on saving his soul, right? Because Art, in case you didn't know it, you're a prime candidate for hell. And you know what happens, right? When you go to hell, you're gonna burn in eternal fire. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my friend Art, in over his head, obsessed with black folks. Clearly, there's something going on upstairs that I just don't want to get into. But Art, what I'm gonna do, Art, is something somebody should have done a long time ago. I'm going to help purge that MAGA demon from your dark soul. Hopefully you get on the right side before you take your last breath. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Art straight to hell. Let's give him a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
You know what, Art?
Open borders.
This is for you, Art.
With people pouring in, some of whom, I won't get into it, but you can look at them and you can say, could be trouble. Could be trouble.
I just looked at Art and I could tell he could be trouble. Unfortunately, Art, what I don't want to do is go into that race baiting. You know what he was doing? That was race baiting, right? That was race baiting. But they say Zeus is the biggest race baiter on TikTok. No, I'm not. I saw what he was doing and I said, you know what, Art? Go to hell. All right, let me bring up the next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we don't got all morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my good friend, Stick the Ruler. Welcome, Stick. Long time no see, brother.
How you doing, Zeus?
I'm all right.
Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year, bro. It's always nice to check in with you. I know you always come in here and I don't get to talk to you, but I see you, buddy. I see you, bro.
Oh, okay. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Yes, sir.
So this is what I want to spew this morning.
Go ahead.
They're gonna call it I'm spewing misinformation and disinformation, but I'm just gonna say it for them so we can just get it out the way.
Let's go.
First of all, whether you're a person of color, a Democrat, leaning left, whatever the case may be, we don't like to bring up the racial card because it's just one of those things that, yeah, we can talk about it, but really we don't have any power to do anything about.
Yeah.
But since we always have to defend ourselves when race is involved, they just have to understand that we don't really try to think about it or bring it up.
No.
But when it's in your face in the sense of somebody has the podium and they ask their audience, would you rather have the black president or the white president? The white sentiment in this country is going down, and I can't see anybody but the black folks with the light in my eyes.
Oh,
just
that part.
These things are things that we see because we know it's blatant. We know it's blatant.
That part.
And then with you guys, and I'm proud of you, Zeus. You said something that I've been thinking.
What's that?
Which is, yes, Donald Trump is a problem or a symptom or a whatever you want to call it.
Correct.
But the true problem is he's like a child that has been very bad, and the teacher keeps calling and telling the parents, hey man, this boy is da-da-da, this, that, then the third.
That part.
Da-da-da, this. And guess what you keep doing?
What's that?
You keep making excuses, and I'm talking about MAGA, Trump supporters.
That part.
Conservatives. You keep making excuses for him. He's always got an alternative motive versus what he actually said.
That part.
So this is the reason why now a lot of people on the platform, just a lot of regular people in general, we don't want to hear it. We want to stay away from you guys. We don't want to be friends. We don't want to be giving you a place to speak. Zeus is nice. I'm
nice. I'm nice.
Zeus is
I'm
nice.
reasonable.
He
W Zeus in the chat.
W Zeus.
Thank you, Stick the Ruler. My brother, he knows, but I shouldn't be, and I get that. But
yes, you're You're very humble. You're very humble, my friend.
That part, wow.
Hence the triple
But they
H.
but they
You know,
say I'm a cult leader. They say I'm a cult leader. Where's that coming from, right? Because like you said,
Well,
I actually let other people who have different opinions talk, but I'm the cult leader.
and that's the problem, you see, and that's the problem. They get to twist and spew everything that is wrong and misinformation. You know, they live in Alabama. They're talking about Chicago and New York. The overreach is so bad right now. The South, the red states reaching
Yeah.
way to California, reaching way to New York,
That
reaching
part.
way to Chicago, and any other so-called democratic city. It's sad. It's sad that y'all not even willing to see that you guys are poor, that you guys need sanitation, and you guys need
Art.
clean water.
Listen, Art, that's you. What Stick is talking about, Art, is you. We could tell by the way by the way that he sounded that he was trouble. We could tell,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and it's like the old Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where he gets people to stay away from him just by wearing a MAGA hat. And this is true. This is true. He got the idea from his friend because he was supposed to go see this guy, and he was like, "Yeah, but I really don't want to talk to him." He walks around with a MAGA hat on, like, "What's that about?" Like,
Wow.
who cares? Like, just go vote for the guy. Who cares? And that's how we truly think. We really
Wow.
don't care, because when we did care and we were telling you,
Yeah.
you still went and voted for him. You still made excuses for him. He was in detention every doggone day because I'm treating him like a child.
There you go.
He had-
W Stick in the chat. Tell them,
Yeah.
Stick. They know.
Yeah, he has a dunce hat on. You remember the dunce hat?
Yeah.
He has a dunce hat on. Go sit in the corner, Trump. Like
There you go.
everybody was looking at him, laughing at him, and they're still laughing at him. Greenland laughed at him. The Parliament, like,
Yeah.
this is reality. This is
you.
reality. You got a guy who said he was going to help you with your gas prices, who's going to help you with your egg prices, who were going to do all of this, and came in talking about renaming the Gulf of Mexico. He came in talking about he wants Greenland and he wants the Panama Canal. He wants Canada to be a 52nd state or whatever.
Yeah, 51st state, yeah.
51st state, and we already got 52. So that's just the problem that we have with Donald Trump. And
Yep.
I get it. You don't like that I'm saying this. You
But go
feel like
ahead.
I'm bashing the man.
ahead.
But tell me, Zeus,
Talk
was
to
there anything that I said that was misinformation?
Nope.
Was there anything that I said that Donald Trump did not do?
Nope. Not at all. He never campaigned on going after Greenland. He never campaigned on making Canada the 51st state or going after the Panama Canal. I understood from what I heard him say, he was supposed to provide immediate relief to the American people and end the wars. That was all. And strengthen our economy. And he hasn't done a
Exactly.
single thing. And these mass deportations, sick. Sick
and
stuff
so-
you guys have gotten yourselves into. Stock
And so
market is
while you-
crashing as we speak. Isn't that interesting? Wow.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And he wished
so
the
angry.
downfall of all of us. He wished that while Biden was in office, that the stock market crashed.
Yeah, he
wished that-
did. I did.
Yeah,
I remember. And then they say,
and
and then they go, well, you don't want Trump to be successful, Zeus? How is that? Why? Shame on you. You don't want Trump to be successful. You spent 4 years trying to make President Biden unsuccessful. Give me a break.
exactly. And then not to go back further, but Mitch McConnell said it in front of everybody. We're going to make him a one-term president. We're
Wow.
talking about Barack Obama. So again, day one, not given a chance. We've seen it before. We've heard it all.
Yeah.
The only reason that you guys are saying anything right now is because it's one person. It's
Thank
Trump. You guys are scared. He's got you guys, especially your politicians. You guys as politicians, I have never seen them follow behind the recess bully. They love the recess bully. They don't want to get pushed down.
That part.
They don't want to get dirt in their eye. They don't want to get their new outfit messed up. Because Trump is going around pushing everybody.
Bingo.
And he don't care who you are. Like, for instance, Colombia has every right to say, You can't just fly over our sovereign nation and just bring us whoever you want
That part.
and without calling us. So no. But what did Trump want to do? He knew he could be a bigger bully. He told them that he was going to put a 25% tariff on them if they did not let those detainees slash whatever he wants to call them.
I'm just angry
back in the country.
Yeah.
So this is the guy that you voted for. For those who are of the melanated persuasion, and you voted for Trump, I hope you get everything you wish for.
Bingo.
I'm not your sponsor. I'm not gonna help you. I'm not gonna go out there and protest.
I'm not
gonna do anything. And by the way, I just ate a big breakfast with eggs. I had 3 of them.
Oh.
I don't know where you guys are at, but whatever the egg price is, because I didn't even look at it.
Yeah.
I just know I can afford it.
Thank you.
So
you're working
and putting
exactly. Thank you. We got jobs and stuff like that. Amen. Amen.
Yeah. Well, thank you for putting me where I'm at. I'm going to be Donald Trump in this, and I'm going to say I'm an American. I can do what I want to. I can eat how many eggs I want. I don't care who's suffering, and I'm going to do what I do. So,
Amen.
Thank
well,
you
listen,
for that.
Listen, thank you, Stick. All right, I appreciate it. W in the chat for Stick the Ruler, ladies and gentlemen. All right, no lies detected. Thank you.
All right, Zeus. Hey, you have a good one. Keep doing what you do. Tell the truth in the kingdom.
I will.
And y'all folks, gift this man, gift this man, gift this man.
Thank
I don't
you.
care. Gift this man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, even though the app is struggling. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, that's my good friend Stick the Ruler. No lies detected. Now, again, I'm trying to actually, because people have been complaining, Zeus, you got to try to bring up more people during your show. And so I'm trying, ladies and gentlemen, because, the show is only 1 hour or 2 hours. W, Tara in the chat. You guys are all still supporting Big Zeus. You are all amazing. I really do appreciate it because you never know, right? Here's the thing. I sincerely, W, Rick in the chat. This to be honest, isn't this an honest platform? Regardless of which side of the aisle you're on, this is probably one of the most honest platforms because what we really do is we drill, baby, drill. We drill, baby, drill. I want the real W Vice in the chat, right? I don't want superficial conversations. Well, give me the square root of 9 plus 6. No, I don't want that. I want the real deal. Explain to me how your life has either gotten worse or better as a result of your decision to vote for this orange individual. And where we're at right now is the FAFO situation, right? And we're in the FO part, right? Where a lot of them are finding out. And this is a good example of the FO. Any Hispanic people out there that voted for Donald Trump, please put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up here. I promise you they won't get in the box because they're afraid right now. And they know now's not a time to be up here trying to fly high. You got to lay low. Put a 1 in the chat. Come on up here and explain to us all why you love Donald J. Trump. All right. I promise you, as soon as we start talking, they're going to go, oh, well, Zeus. And they're going to do the whole Joe Biden stuff. Because these are some of the most unappreciative folks that I've ever talked to. Oh, look at that. 9 Bretta. Come on up here. Good morning.
My man.
All right.
Good morning.
You're Hispanic?
Yes, I'm Dominican.
Okay. You want to turn that camera on?
Sure. Let me put a shirt on real quick.
Yeah. Because what we want to do is we want to help people get where they need to be. All right. And there's a lot of eyes and ears out here, and they want to hear the conversation, and they want to get to the real issues that are going on out here in the world.
I look a little bit crazy, so
no. It's listen. I look just well. Actually, I'm Triple H. I'm a lot more handsome, but I get it. But he said he's going to turn his camera on, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on.
I talked to him before. Some people said I've talked to you before. We've talked before.
Yeah, you're my son.
We talked before.
Yeah, you're my son. You remember me.
Turn your camera on. When people say things that just are completely ridiculous, you just got to ignore them, all right? And
Right.
if you don't mind, tell us exactly where you're located. Oh, there. And he's back.
That's right.
He's
You
back.
remember me.
Lord
Yeah.
have mercy. All right.
Lord have mercy.
Okay. Well, this isn't going to take long at all. All right. So here you are. Here you are right now. Your daddy is in the White House.
He's a president. Jesus is my daddy.
No. He's your daddy. He's in the White House. He's done mass deportations. Could you give me a little information about what's going on? How's the folks in the community, the Hispanic community, how are they reacting to these mass deportations?
We are excited. We are waiting for the summer to throw barbecues in the streets that are now going to be safe. And we are celebrating and high-fiving, not in the darks, but in public.
Why are you celebrating?
There's a lot of the people that have been what do you mean? What do you mean? I voted for mass deportation, so they're being deported. What do you mean?
But you're voting.
What kind of question is that?
You're voting to harm your own community, and
my own community. My
and
actually, community is going to be very safe.
Actually, it's double. Actually, it's a double because you present black, so you're voting to actually have the police come in there and terrorize you. And I don't know
through stop and frisk already. I grew up in New York, buddy. It went very
so it's
well.
okay. Okay, so look at that. Look at that. This guy.
I was a safe teenager in New York.
Got it. I mean, I got to give it to you. You really fall in line like I've never seen before. You're actually, in my opinion, you're kind of dangerous.
Oh,
you're dangerous because you could actually be used to do a lot of harm. All right.
Also,
because you are willfully falling in line with practices and things like that you know are harmful to your community. So you're celebrating. You're celebrating the deportations. And to me, that's alarming because I wanted you to also explain to me how that's connected to the cost of the goods that Trump is supposed to bring down.
That's not. We're going to drill, baby, drill.
No. Could you at least, because you're an educated guy, right? You and I spoke before. How?
No, bro. I didn't graduate that middle school.
Oh God. Okay, you didn't have to say that. All right. How is the cost of the groceries going to be impacted by the mass deportations that you're celebrating? All right.
Nobody said that. That's for safer streets, not cheaper groceries. Drill, baby, drill is for cheaper groceries.
But do you think it's going to have any financial impact?
No.
Do you think that there could be any impact to our labor market in any way as a result of these mass deportations?
No, not at all.
That's interesting. Well, I mean, what if I were to say that it actually is going to have an impact?
I bet you it's not. I bet you're going to lie.
Just think about it. Use your imagination real quick.
I don't got to think about it. I go through the numbers every day on TikTok. I have 15 debates a day, buddy. I know it's not.
So you don't think mass deportation?
I know it's not.
What about the labor shortages? There's a lot of companies that had a lot of these people who were working for them. They're saying, you know what? They're not showing up to work. And so this is why I brought you up here. I mean, I didn't know who you were, but I don't want to have a superficial conversation. I want to have the real conversation. You're running a business and your employees stop showing up to work. What happens?
Hire new people.
But the people you need to hire, they're not going to be applying for the position.
I hope that business fails if he's codependent on cheap labor.
All right, W. Donald Trump. W. Donald Trump, because what Donald Trump has done to this brother right here is diabolical. So you want you want businesses that feed Americans to fail. That's wild. That's crazy.
Also, I want to add to that. If there's a nation that's codependent on another nation, meaning they order their stuff and they're scared of the quote unquote tariffs, I hope you fail too. That includes Walmart. I hope Walmart turns into Blockbuster.
That's crazy. So where in this world that you're creating, let me ask you, how do you get your food and stuff?
From what? You think Walmart is the only place people get their food?
No, but I'm just asking, in the world you're creating,
because I'm not saying Walmart representative of companies. I'm talking about Walmart specifically.
Okay.
So there are many supermarkets, mom and pops. I buy stuff from the Asian grocer in the corner.
So you go to the Asian grocery store to get your strawberries and your tomatoes.
Why did you ask that question with a cynical tone?
I'm trying to actually follow the logic here, because at a certain point we got to get to the place where the rubber meets the road, bro. Who's getting the agricultural produce? Who's doing the construction work? All right. That's where I'm trying to get at. And you keep saying things like, well, I'm going to go to the mom and pop store. But these bigger businesses, they can go straight to hell. So now I'm in your world. This is your world, bro. Just keep painting the picture so we all can get a clear understanding how we're going to get to a place where my egg prices are going to go down to 99 cents and groceries will
99
become
cents. I don't know about that.
So this
Come on.
this is where I feel like you're all theory, but we can't get any concrete
Theory?
answer. Yeah,
No. The expectation of, do you know there's a difference between drilling and producing oil? When
I
you
do.
drill new holes, when you drill new holes, producing is pumping already drilled wells, and drilling is drilling new holes. The expectation of an addition to the world oil supply actually affects the market. So once we see drilling start, you're going to see oil go down, and energy is a cost that we share throughout every sector and every industry. You will see the free market rectify itself with oil, with the oil supply coming in.
But explain how that ties into
101.
what about Russia and because they actually put oil on the market, right?
That's OPEC plus. That's not
then
OPEC. That's OPEC plus.
But you got the folks in the Middle East. You got Venezuela.
That's OPEC.
There's all these
That's
other
OPEC.
countries.
That's the 13 nations of OPEC.
Okay,
Right.
there's more than one country producing oil. Again, you're the expert at all of this. So how long is it going to take for drill baby drill to kick in and my egg prices to get down?
I actually got I got to get the specific date of when they're gonna start drilling.
Oh, they haven't started?
But when they start drilling, probably 3 to 6 months, you see oil prices go down. You see energy come down as a cost, and then maybe 3 months after that, competition is going to kick in. So with competition kicking in the free market, we should see prices reflect that, and inflation just take an absolute dip drastically too. I'm not even saying amicably, drastically, Zeus. We saved your life, Zeus. We saved your life.
Thank you. Hey,
You're
now I
welcome.
have my friend here, Val. He's a lot more
Why do
knowledgeable.
you always call for help, dog? Ain't you the thought leader? You did this last time.
No, but this is serious. This is serious. Val,
Oh,
are
so
you
when
there?
it gets serious, you can't handle it when it gets serious, huh? That's what you're saying?
Can we just have the conversation? Val is.
I was trying to have it with you.
We are. And I'm not going anywhere. You're safe, bro. Trust me. You're safe. Val, how are you?
Doing good.
All right, you're back. I'm talking to my
I
good
am
friend.
back.
I'm talking to my good friend Nine Breda. All right, and he's an expert when it comes to tariffs, right, and the economy.
Well, he's not much of an
So you
expert
do
when it
remember
comes
me,
to
huh?
oil.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't bring up tariffs.
Right. But now I feel like it's an even conversation because one of the things you got to learn in life is sometimes you say, you know what, it's okay to actually get a more diverse and more rich conversation about a topic. So now I'm bringing in someone that I think might be able to shine a little light on these tariffs. Val.
Yeah.
All right. So now this gentleman here, I believe he believes tariffs are actually a good thing for this country. Am I right, sir?
I would add, if Trump were to turn on the tariffs, I would turn on Trump. That's how deep it is for me.
If he were to what?
If Trump were to turn on the tariffs, I would turn on Trump. That's how
Meaning
deep it
if
is
he
for me.
doesn't implement the tariffs.
If he doesn't implement on the tariffs and he backtracks, I'm aiming at him.
Well, don't say that. All right, just say you're not going to support him. Let's just
I'm not going to support him. Meaning
Yeah.
I'm not going to aim at the president. Come on. Guys.
Yeah. So Val, what are your thoughts about that? Because he seems to believe these tariffs are actually a great thing for him, and this brother is living on a fixed income currently.
Fair enough.
You acting like I'm on SSI.
I mean, but we know it ain't coming in like that. You know what I mean? Because
I ain't getting Zeus money. I tell you that. I ain't getting
Okay.
Zeus money. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I'm an
so-
average man that loves his country. What's up?
There you go. So Val, if you don't mind, could you at least shed some light on in terms of how these tariffs may potentially impact him? Because I tried to, say it in a way he could get it, but he's a lot more knowledgeable than I thought.
Well, first off, sir, who pays the tariff?
The importer.
The importer? Okay. Now, what is the importer going to do when they get
The
charged
importer is
the
going
tariff?
to the importer has already negotiated these tariffs with the exporter during the international commercial
No,
terms.
not how that works, sir. The exporter. Let's say AKA Mexico puts vegetables on our table. Those vegetables come from that exporter at a certain price already. If they get hit with an additional 25%, there's going to be no deal they're going to cut. They're going to tell the importer, that's on you. My price is my price. That is what they're going to do. So therefore, it is going to go up. There is no logic base that says the prices on anything imported with a tariff is going to go down because the importer pays that tariff. The exporter doesn't.
Do you know what Incoterms are?
Say that again.
Do you know what Incoterms are?
Incoterms, explain.
No.
Incoterms, sir. There's going to be no deal. Mexico's already said.
What are Incoterms, sir? Please.
No. You tell me. What are Incoterms?
I can go look it up. Hold on. Don't worry. We don't like people dropping new lingo up here.
But why? It's not new lingo, Zeus. I already put you on.
No,
Okay.
come on.
But last time you did this, you tweaked the definition, and then my good friend Nutty came up here and he pointed out you just slightly traded. You just said this one thing differently that was different. Go ahead and quote it to me, young man, Bretta. Oh, actually, not young man. You're older than me, but you act like you're younger than me, so that's what it is. All right, yeah. Go ahead and tell us what Incoterms are.
Incoterms are the terms by which each nation agrees to ship the vessel they're going to use, where it's going to land, what port it's going to land in, who's going to insure it, to what point it's going to be insured, in which case the next nation is going to pick up the insurance. We're not going to get into Trump.
Can I just read my definition? Can I just read my definition? Can I read my definition? Because I got a different definition, if you don't mind.
There's 11 categories. We're not going to get into Trump working in the bottom
what you
half
just described.
Yeah, go ahead. Read the formal definition, Zeus. Go ahead.
There's not anything called Incoterms. That's called logistics.
Okay, so Zeus, go ahead.
I'll read it. It says Incoterms are international commercial terms. Are a set
confirming that there are Incoterms, yes or no? And
that's the actual word. All right, a set of rules that defines the responsibilities and liabilities of buyers and sellers in international trade. I mean, what you said, I guess, sounded like that. I don't know.
Okay. I went into the specifics of it, and that was a general definition of what it entails. So during these terms, the importer would tell the exporter, this is what's happening, accommodate for the tariff, or business will cease to exist between us. This is why Colombia got straight in their place when they heard 25% tariff. That's why British Columbia is crying that it's going to incur a $69 billion hole for them, and they are losing 124,000 jobs in response to America's tariff attack, because ultimately this gets passed back to the exporter during the international commercial terms, which is what Incoterms is. International commercial terms.
Well, that was a lot of word salad that went nowhere.
Oh, really? Okay, word salad.
So, sir, this is here. We're going to address these one at a time. It's plain and simple. Okay, the exporter's not going to change their price on their shirt. Okay, they're not going to change their price. Their price, if it cost $8 for that shirt, and they get hit with a 25% tariff. What is 25% of $8? What is 25%?
Why would our American president?
What is 25% of $8?
$2, man.
Okay, so now that shirt costs the importer $10. Shirts sell at a low profit margin. So if that profit margin was $2 before, the importer sold it for $10.
That part.
Now the importer is going to sell that shirt because he still wants to make his $2 for $12. That's how it works, sir. There is no trick or no weird math or no strange things that happen.
You think economics is that simple, huh?
It is that simple.
It really is not. And ultimately,
that try to confuse this with word salad, like what you
I'm not
just
trying
did.
to confuse this.
Yes, you are.
I'm not trying to confuse this. You're trying to confuse this. You're trying to confuse this.
There is no
I let you
trick.
talk.
Sir, hold on. There is no trick.
Well, he was still talking. He's still talking.
Right. No problem. But it's kind of, he's repeating the same one. He's using like 10 sentences to repeat to describe one idea. But okay, let him talk. Go ahead.
And then I'll let you know where I'm at again, because you both are doing your thing, and I'm just putting.
He's
together.
not doing anything. I hear his argument 10 times a day. I do this all day on TikTok.
But all we're trying to do
that argument 10 times a day because
this is a low IQ argument to say that it is not negotiated with the exporter. It's a very low IQ to think that it is just
Very
imposed.
low
Why would
IQ.
why would every single person in business deliberately alienate their consumer base, knowing that they got to compete with a domestic market?
No,
It's
sir.
absolutely low
Not how that
IQ.
works. Businesses
You're
work
probably
on
overweight.
profit.
I'm not even going to do that to you, bro.
Businesses work on profit, sir. Plain and simple. If they do not produce profit, they cannot keep their doors open.
That makes
There
sense.
is no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, that's
about
why
it.
they're going to negotiate it during the international commercial terms with the exporter.
No, sir. It's not going to
Especially
work that way.
especially
These
those are
word
of
salads
China
that
for
you're trying
sure.
to put forward, these things that you think are making you sound
Nope.
smart, are actually making you
International,
dumb.
you sounded dumb. You tried to refer to international commercial terms as logistics, and your own host
No, what
smacked
you
you on that.
described was
Well,
logistics.
The host smacked you on that.
No,
like,
no,
you're
no, no,
wrong.
no,
You
no,
try
no,
to
no.
minimize international
Wait a
commercial
second.
terms
Wait
in
a
front of
second.
3,000 people.
Wait a second. Now hold on. Let me interject. When he said it sounds like logistics, he's right. And what you
It
were
is
saying,
logistics, but it's
but
a
what you
technical
were
term for
saying,
it because it's
yeah,
distinct
there's
from
a.
logistics.
But what I read was a broader definition of what you were talking about. It was a lot broader in terms of the way that I read it.
Literally acknowledge that.
So it's not like he's wrong. But what I'm struggling with here
Oh,
is
that's it.
I just can't understand, because Val made it clear to me that okay, you do the tariffs, the business is going to end up fronting the cost, but then they're going to pass it on to the consumer, which is people like me, people like you. You agree with that premise, right?
Absolutely incorrect.
That's where I get a little fuzzy, because then you threw out Incoterms, and I'm starting to think, well, why hasn't Trump brought up Ecoterms?
He doesn't need to discuss. He doesn't need to discuss the nuances of what's going to go happen. He needs to impose it for the well-being of America. And mind you, the majority of the things aren't going to get tariffed at the top of the
See,
percentage
sir,
that was
you're up
imposed
here.
on the next.
You're up here
He's gonna
spreading
interrupt
this
me.
information, sir. Hold
Is he
on.
going
You're
to
up here
interrupt
spreading
me? And
this
I was
information.
being. But why are
Do
you calling this
think there's
information
no
before
history?
All right,
You
go
see,
ahead.
your problem, sir, is you think there's no history to back up
We're
what
going
we're
to go
saying,
back to
and
the
you would
small.
be absolutely wrong, sir.
What was
What did
the,
what did the 25% tariff do on lumber from Canada when he was in office the first time? What happened there?
Go ahead, speak on it. Because we don't need lumber from
Sir,
Canada. We don't need
you're the
anything
one.
from
You're the one
Canada.
that acts like you
We
know
buy
about
very
this.
little
What
from. We
happened?
buy very little from Canada.
What happened?
So whatever.
We get a lot of lumber from Canada, sir.
It doesn't matter.
Again, sir,
The
what
only
happened
sir,
to
sir,
the
can you
cost of
stop repeating
lumber?
the question?
Sir, what
Stop repeating
happened
the
with
question.
the cost of lumber when we put a 25% tariff on Canada
Let me tell you.
on his first term? What happened?
You said the
What
question.
happened?
W and in the chat. Let's go. To the people out there that Nine Bread is up here, y'all better show him some love, because he's really struggling up here to explain.
I'm not
his
struggling at
position.
all. He's over talking me, repeating the same question.
No,
Okay.
And I'm trying to be mature in this conversation.
Because you have not answered it.
Okay, how about this? We'll do it both ways. First question, though, and then you answer back with his question, and then you say what you were going to say so I can follow what you're saying, all right? What happened to the lumber in Canada when the tariffs were placed on it? Do we know? Because I don't know
exactly, but if he's bringing it up, I'm assuming that the price went up. But I already told you, any company that's dependent on international commerce, I hope you turn into Blockbuster.
Okay, stop
Plain
right
and
there.
simple.
Stop right there. So let me ask Val. Val, could you explain to me and all of us, because there's a lot of folks in here, what happened to that lumber? And then we're coming back to you, Brett, in terms of what that point was, because we could get into both sides of this.
Yeah, when you get into the materials in this country, when we put a 25% tariff on Canadian and China lumber and steel, it actually increased to the consumer the price of lumber by over 50%.
Okay, so and that 50% increase, you're saying Americans paid for that?
Correct.
Okay, thank you, Val. All right, now, Bretta, what was you trying to get to? Because all I can tell you from where I'm at right now is I'm connecting dots, and I'm so far understanding this is hurting me as an American when these tariffs happen. Now, you're saying it doesn't.
Yeah, absolutely not. It doesn't.
Let's
Absolutely.
go.
And
Let's
the
go.
things that are tariffed that affect our market, right, that affect us are things that we regulate to keep a standard of humanity. It's not that we don't have it accessible in this nation. It's just that we don't access it to protect our land. We're not codependent on Canada for lumber because they have it. They just don't care like we care. Second of all, we can get it from anywhere. The fact that we kept trading with them was as a favor to them, because at the end of the day, the trade imbalance shows that we don't depend on them for much. We buy very little from them.
You're saying we don't depend on Canada for much?
No, we don't. The trade imbalance shows that we don't need them for absolutely anything. The majority of the stuff
Canada, if we were to cut Canada completely off, so if we were to cut Canada, so if we were to cut Canada completely off, what happens to the job market?
Wait, hold on. Hey, Val, hold on. Because I think you and I know that's not true, but I want him and I'm looking it up too, and we're gonna and then I want you to, when Val responds, sir, where'd you go?
No, I'm here, man. I'm here.
Okay, when he responds, all right, then we got to have a moment of truth. All right, so please continue. I heard you say we don't get a lot of products from Canada. Is that what you said? We don't get a lot. How did you say that?
I said our trade imbalances shows that we're not codependent on Canada, and everything that they give us, we get from them because they are our neighbors, not because their resources exclusive to them.
Okay,
so here's a quick question for you with this codependency: how many jobs does Canada represent in the U.S.?
Yo, stop asking these leading questions and just land.
No, it's not a leading question. That's an actual question.
Just say the information.
Does Canada represent in the U.S.? See, you're coming up here talking about this stuff like you know something and you know nothing.
Yeah, I know more than you. I know
Wait,
that for sure.
You do not.
We can't get into all of the who's this. I'm trying to get to the real deal. Now, if
asking these stupid questions.
No. Those are not stupid questions. Even the genius asks questions. You know that. Stop it. Come on now. Come on. Val, please continue with how many jobs come from Canada. All right.
80 million jobs in the U.S. are because of Canadian companies in trade.
W Val in the chat. W Val in the chat. And we get crude oil, petroleum, and refined petroleum. We get cars, we get trucks, we get food, cereal, flour, starch, animal and vegetable fats, oil, mushrooms and potatoes, paper, iron and steel, beverages and spirits and vinegar, salt, sulfur.
Nothing. That's nothing. The crude oil we get from them is the crude oil we get from them is a favor to them because of their green efforts, they've cut their nose to spite their face. Now they're dependent on our refineries for their sweet oil. They barely produce. Excuse me. They barely produce low API, high sulfuric.
Sir, you came up here.
You talked about
low
API, high sulfuric crude oil, bitumen. They're dependent on our refineries. We don't need Canada.
Sir, what is ExxonMobil? Chevron?
Stop asking these stupid questions.
What does ExxonMobil and Chevron
Can you not say these are stupid questions, sir? Come on now.
Exxon is a laundromat. Exxon is a laundromat.
What does ExxonMobil say about
a laundromat?
And Chevron say about
it's a Chinese restaurant.
What did they say? What did they say 2 weeks ago?
What did they say?
They said 2 weeks ago they're drilling at full capacity. They can't drill anymore.
Why are you shifting? You're shifting from tariffs.
We
talked about oil from Canada.
We tried to list what we need from Canada and we realized we don't need them. Well, I just told you we don't need their oil. They need us to buy their oil. Excuse me. They need us to buy their oil. We don't need their oil. We don't need their crude oil.
Sir, can I get back to a little something? Now, you said something, and I got to call a foul. I listed all the stuff we get from Canada, and you said it's nothing. You want to take... But, okay, on a number line, all right, 0.
Mexico actually exports more cars to us than Canada.
Wait. On a number line, all right, nothing, I'm going to imagine, that's kind of near 0. You can't say we get nothing from Canada, bro. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Bro,
when are you going, I mean, we can't have a real conversation when you're just basically, somebody comes into your house, drops a bag on you, and you go, oh, that's nothing. What? You know what I'm saying when I say it like that, right? You can't do that.
But you're doing it while minimizing what we give them. That's the problem. You try to make it seem as if they stop giving to us that we're going to in some way suffer. And we're absolutely not. Because they are more codependent on us, military-wise, economically-wise, oil-wise, than we are on them 100,000%. That's why Trudeau is panicking. Stop it.
I mean, when you get... And Val, you're doing an outstanding job, Val. You're doing it.
Did you just say that Canada is dependent upon us for military?
They have a small, underfunded military.
They have a small military, sir. What's the population of Canada?
It doesn't matter. They have a weaker military than people with smaller populations
Their
than them because
percentage
they
of
underfund
military,
them.
their percentage of military based on population is
It
almost
doesn't.
as
Don't
strong
compare
as
them to
ours.
us. Don't compare them to us. We're the greatest country in the world.
I think I'm seeing
Compare them
something,
to something else,
sir.
See,
I
and I
think
another
bet you they'll
math
show that
problem.
they have an
yeah,
underfunded
that's
military.
so, sir. I'm seeing something. It's a pattern, and I pick up on patterns, better than a lot of people actually.
Oh, you're a pattern picker upper.
Well, you can say that in a way,
All
right?
right,
You
the
can go
pattern
actually,
picker upper, y'all.
yeah. So what's going on here is when we start having honest conversations with you, and we need concrete evidence, you get real philosophical, and you're great at it. But being philosophical, being philosophical, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help my bottom line, bro. And this is where
What
I'm
was
kind of
philosophical about what I said?
okay.
And
We
I
can
like
I
the
talk.
address
philosophy.
something?
I'll
Can I
give you.
address something?
Yes. Go ahead, Val. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I
No, no,
want to
no.
address
Please
something
let them
because
finish
what
their
Oh, hold
thought,
on.
and
I
you'll
I
forget it.
passed the vow. I passed the vow. We call
Yeah,
that the
What
so
give
was
and
I
wait,
want
wait,
to
wait. We call
address.
it the
what
give
was
and go.
philosophical about what I
Yeah, I
said?
want
I'm
to
doing the
address
give and
something.
go. I'm
Yeah.
doing. Let me do the give and go. I'll be back. All right, go ahead,
That's
Val.
crazy. I know I'm
Here
getting
we
love
go.
in
I want
here.
to
Nobody
address
put me.
this right
I
from
had
the
to mute him.
because you know when I came up here, you asked me, am I back? And the very first thing, the reason I asked to come up is because the top of his screen, which you can't see anymore, which says Dominicans for Trump. Okay, sir. So one of the places I just got back from was the DR.
Oh.
Okay, and I can promise you, the DR wants no fucking piece of Trump.
Oh my
I
God.
promise you, they all voted for
Now
Trump.
you
They're
got to
all
keep it clean.
conservative in my land. They're all conservative over there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah, AB is not allowed over there. All of the stuff is
Is
not
that why
allowed
they
over
were
there. You're
protesting
crazy.
Trump when I was there?
Yeah, you're a liar.
Am
You're
I?
one of those. You're a liar. You're a white
Because
liberal
everybody
liar.
knows where I
Hey.
just was.
Now, why you do the race bait and stuff, man? You guys sit around here. You
Sorry.
say Zeus is the biggest race baiter, but every
I never said
opportunity, the people you roll with, they say that. But every time we get to these serious issues, that comes up. Here we are right now, and listen,
But
this
he's
conversation,
lying, though, Zeus.
this conversation has gone quite a bit longer than I expected, and you both, you kept it as fair as you possibly could, and I learned a lot. But what I'm not getting out of this is when I said the philosophical business, nothing that you're saying, sir, is translating into prices of goods going down, and that's the issue here.
I literally said that drilling is, and I showed you how drilling. The expectation of drilling is it has an expectation. Let's an expectation of
Yeah, but
supply
that's
in the
why I
market.
said it
Sir, the
sounds
oil companies don't
philosophical.
agree.
It
But
sounds
that is
philosophical.
economics. Oh my God, bro!
It sounds philosophical, and
It's
then
not the idea of more supply coming in. Actually,
that's the part.
affects.
The idea. You hear what you're saying? The
But that's
idea.
how the OU market works.
No, there's actually a place where numbers
No.
are crunched, and we get
No, when
actual
you drill the
profits.
hole, no. When you drill a hole, you have an expectation. When you pump that hole, you still have this hole with this supply that you're expected to run out. The minute you drill a new hole, you have expectation of a new oil supply. So that new oil supply is factored into the price, bringing the cost down, bro. This is oil.
And
This is
again,
not me philosophizing.
okay, all right.
Oh my
We
God,
yeah,
that was funny.
yeah.
Sir,
That to
what
me,
happened?
I can't pin
Yo,
you
when
down
y'all
on
Google
anything.
it, y'all gonna see that I'm right.
I
What
can't
happened
pin.
in 2018
Yeah, when I
when he
Google it,
worked
y'all gonna
this
see that I'm
same
right.
deal? When he worked this same deal with OPEC, what happened?
What are you talking about?
When
OPEC is
when
an
when he worked
organized
when he
petroleum
worked a deal
exporting country.
with
It's
OPEC
13 sovereign nations.
to
How can you
increase
make one deal with
when
13
he
sovereign
worked
nations?
a
There was no
deal with
OPEC deal.
OPEC
Can we?
to increase
Screaming at
production
Saudi
in
Arabia on Twitter is not
2018?
an OPEC deal.
What happened in the U.S.?
All right. This is the
Screaming at
last.
Saudi Arabia on
This is the
Twitter is
last
not an
question.
OPEC
This is the
deal.
last question, and then Zeus actually has to move it on. But if you don't mind, sir, he's asking you about OPEC, and you did it. You survived a lot longer than I thought. All right, but maybe this could get you
Because
out
I'm
of the
smarter
jam.
than y'all.
Maybe this could get you out of the jam you're in. He asked a question. Val, could you please repeat the question for
What happened in the U.S. when he cut this deal in 2018
if you
with OPEC?
if you answer this question, bro? You know what? My level of respect might just go up. Go ahead and answer it, please.
No, because there was no formal OPEC deal. Screaming at Saudi Arabia on Twitter is not a formal bureaucratic deal. You'll never find a signature.
This
You
was
can't
in
have a deal with.
2018. This was a deal he cut
No,
with
the deal
OPEC
you're.
while he was president.
How can you cut a deal with OPEC? It's
You don't
He
know.
asked
Just
you know what OPEC is?
to increase production.
What is OPEC, bro?
They did.
What is
what
OPEC, bro?
happened?
do you
What
know?
is OPEC? Do you know what OPEC is?
Sir, I know what OPEC is. I know what OPEC Plus is. I asked
What
a
does
very
OPEC stand
specific
for?
question. What happened
What
when
deal?
he
There's no.
worked a deal with
There's no
OPEC
deal.
to increase
So you
production in
don't
2018?
know. All you have to do is say, "I don't know," and we can move on, bro. So he doesn't know. And you know what, Val? Do you want to go ahead and educate him real quick?
Yeah,
all I
yeah.
got
Go ahead.
2018, when
Go ahead and lie to the
when he
people.
cut the deal, when he cut a deal with OPEC to increase production, it dropped the price per barrel. When the price per barrel drops, U.S. oil companies no longer can afford to produce oil on our home soil, because it becomes non-profitable. You know, the same thing we talked about with tariffs. When things become non-profitable, it put 40 U.S. oil companies out of business.
Okay, so
It
okay.
shut down.
So what does that
shut
have to
down
do? Oh my
7
God.
Wow.
refineries.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Seven.
What does that have to do with America producing more oil? If you're speaking to my point that producing more oil,
American oil companies will not drill and
drilling
produce more oil if the
lowers
price
the
per barrel drops
Listen,
below a certain amount.
Listen, if producing and drilling more oil lowers the price because the supply is more, how is drill baby drill not going to be having an effect on
Because
the
if
economy?
it's not profitable, if the price
Are
per
you an
barrel,
Oh, there you go again. There you go.
It becomes non-profitable.
Make your last point, Bretta, because you've lost. But I'll let you go ahead and make your last point. So you believe that all the stuff? Yeah. You believe everything you said. You still believe everything you've been saying? You don't believe you were wrong about a thing?
Not only that, listen, the tariffs are going to bring in a bunch of revenue. We're going to abolish the IRS.
But the revenue comes from us.
We're going to abolish the IRS. Right? The revenue is not going to come from us.
We pay the tariffs. We've established that. We pay the tariffs.
We didn't establish that. You established that in your delusional mind. The tariffs are going to be paid by the exporter, Zeus, the hip hop artist.
Hey, China, pay the tariffs, please.
Yeah, they know.
China, pay the tariffs.
And that's why Colombia backed down when they heard 25%
Pay the
tariff.
tariffs. You know
That's
what
why
Canada,
that's why
Mexico,
Canada's
and China are
panicking.
going to say? F you is what they're going to say.
Okay, I hope they do. Let's see what happens.
Okay, and on that note, I gotta move it on. So what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, this guest, Bretta, he came to the show once again to get cooked. I don't know what his obsession is, but apparently he loves. Yeah, absolutely. All right, he loves getting in the box and getting cooked with nothing but the truth. So help me God, by not just Zeus, but even my good friend Val. Val, congratulations, bro. You played yourself. Okay, your gas prices, your grocery prices, and all of that stuff that you're philosophizing about is going to go through the roof. But don't worry, you won't be woke, but you will be broke. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send them straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon. You're either stupid or you hate the country.
That was brutal, Zeus. That was brutal.
Yeah, you see it now, right? That demon, that demonic force was so strong with him. He's in a lot of trouble, if you ask me. Any last words for him, Valdo? Honestly, because you might want to give him some words of encouragement, please, if you don't mind.
Need to understand. Any last words for him? Nah, you know, I can't help people like him. My last words for the people, you know, the 3K people that are actually listening.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we are all going to suffer. It's not just one side. It's not Democrats. It's not Republicans. We are all going to suffer what is about to take place and move forward. We are all going to feel this pain, not just one side of us. Okay? And that is what people need to start understanding. And I want people to remember for 4 years. I've been on this app 4 years, and as well as other people down in the comments that are writing as well. We have listened to how over the last 4 years, no, he doesn't mean any of this. He's not going to do any of this. These things aren't going to become true. He's not going to do this. And now that he is doing it, you are trying to defend it. When you said, no, he's just kidding. He won't do this. And we told you for 4 years he was going to do exactly what he said, and he is.
Yep.
This is going to hurt all American people. We are all going to have to suffer through this pain.
Bingo.
And I hope when he cuts this deal with OPEC and gets this done, when they do this and you get your $1.89 gas at the cost of almost 500,000 U.S. oil employees, fucking wake up.
Oh, tell him, Val. Tell him, Val. And I do too, but a hard head makes for a soft you know what. All right, Val. Ladies and gentlemen, W Val in the chat. All right, you know what we do. We keep it A1 over here. All right, and let's give him a huge round of applause. Thank you, Val. No lies detected. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what side of the earth you're on. You come in this box and you don't got your facts, it's pretty much a done deal. Not one time did he address the underlying issue, which was he's living in fear. I said, if you're Hispanic, please send Zeus a guest request. He got in the box and he wanted to talk about everything other than mass deportations. All right. And that's because we all know what it is. All right.
Open borders with people pouring in, some of whom, I won't get into it, but you can look at them and you can say, could be trouble. Could be trouble.
He's trouble. I could tell by those dreads. Yeah. Hi, Takesha. How are you?
Hey, Zeus, how you doing?
I'm all right. Just another day tending to the affairs in the kingdom.
When I tell you I love when Val get in anybody box, because that man is so educated. He is like a walking school.
That part. W Takesha in the chat. Tell him. Hallelujah. Tell him.
And that nutcase that just got out the box that keeps coming here saying a million words to describe a two-word sentence. It's ridiculous. See, people fall for him because Zeus, he say a lot of words that they don't know and they don't understand what those words mean.
Yeah.
So it makes them sound educated to the least of them.
You saw that.
So that's why they follow him, because I saw somebody in the chat that said they are lost. And I'm saying to myself, yeah, he lost to somebody like you. And that's why you voted for Trump. You lack understanding. And that's why people...
Go ahead, Takesha. Tell him.
That's why people that use a lot of words that make no sense to the person with common sense. That's why they get y'all. And that's why y'all think they know what they talking about. That guy that just left down is as uneducated as a baby trying to sit in a second grade class. Y'all beautiful. If y'all thought anything.
Talk to him.
Anything
Amen.
that he said was true. He said nothing that made sense. When he started talking about what was on Twitter and Google.
Amen. Go ahead.
He didn't know what he was talking about. Every time they asked him a question, he said, why you keep asking questions? Because we looking for answers. That you don't know.
Because we want answers. We want facts around here. We don't want to freestyle.
Let me talk about what I came up with.
Go ahead.
Number one, let me address the part where he said the idea. I had an idea that me and this man was gonna be together and we was gonna get married and everything. Guess what didn't work out, Zeus? My idea.
Oh,
you can have an idea and a plan all you want, but until it comes into fruition,
amen.
Guess what it is?
What?
Still an idea and a plan. Ain't nobody drawing up and putting their hopes on an idea.
No.
Come on, Zeus.
Come on, man. Don't W Takesha in the chat. Come on.
Listen, Zeus. When Gavin Newsom walked up to that plane, grabbed the president's hand, stood 10 feet tall over him, looked him square in his eyes, and Donald Trump was turning away like he was looking in his son's rays. He should have patted him on the top of the head and said, look at here. Stop talking about me.
Oh.
But when he made that boss move and kissed his wife, I said, Gavin Newsom is the man.
Because he came to California and kissed the ring. You saw Gavin Newsom make Trump come to California and kiss the ring. I said, whoo, that's power. That's real power.
Zeus Trump thought he was going to sneak in California. And not run into Gavin so the world won't see him shaking like a leaf on a tree. But we saw it, Zeus.
Yeah.
And
Y'all better
when-
put some respect on Gavin Newsom out there. Tell him,
And when
Takesha.
Trump said that inflation is not a priority, all I thought about was all those people that talked about inflation.
That part.
And how he got on the campaign trail and swore that was a top priority. There's Americans suffering. And I'm going to bring the price down. And you're going to be able to live good once I get in. All you got to do is vote for me. And he ain't got up and said inflation is not a priority.
That part.
You know why it's not a priority, Zeus?
Why isn't it?
Because it was already down when Biden left office.
Oh, thank you, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
That's
You
why it's
ungrateful. You Trump
But when,
supporters.
but when Sean Hannity was trying to talk to him, and he was going on about the Biden pardons, and then Sean Hannity said, "But let's talk about the economy." He said, "I don't care.
I don't care about that.
I don't care about that." He knew wasn't nothing wrong with the economy when he was out here lying about the economy. That's why he don't care about the economy.
That
Because
part.
if it looks good on paper, he gonna take the credit for it anyway.
Amen. Amen.
Let
Talk
me
to
get on
him.
Mary right quick.
Oh, Mary. What was her name? Merry Christmas. What was her name?
Mary said she wasn't a part of the community no more.
I remember.
Those are blight people. You know, black people that think they white now when they get out of the, when the Lord done blessed them to get out of the community.
Wow.
They
Mary, are you here?
They become blights. She's a black person. So she a black mixed with a little white in her mind. She thinks she better than the people that was left behind in the community. But let me say this, Zeus.
Talk to him.
They always want to talk about black on black crime. There's white on white crime because black people ain't unaliving all white people. White people unalive white people too. Hispanics unalive Hispanics. Asian unalive Asian. So there's no such thing as black on black crime.
None.
If you're not going to talk about white on white crime or any other nationality on other nationalities crime. Stop trying to put us in the forefront to make us look like we're such a bad community because there is unaliving going on in each community.
Exactly. And don't get on here and act like they got problems. Talk to him, Takesha.
Until it's only us that's committing the crimes. Stop trying to put us on the forefront.
Thank you. W Takesha in the chat. Tell him, Takesha.
Now, enough is enough. I'm about sick of it, Zeus.
Me too.
Just because you made it out, now you want to look back and talk bad about the community. Mary, go on somewhere.
But she work at the firehouse. She works at the fire department.
Mary, why you bugging? Get yourself together. Get yourself together.
Woo-wee.
And if I was Columbia, I wouldn't have came and got nobody. They got to start standing on business because now people thinking Trump this great big, this big man.
Yeah.
But he ain't doing that. He's just behind a keyboard.
That
That's
part.
all.
That part.
Ain't nobody scared of Trump but MAGA.
There you go.
And the Republicans that he got secrets on in the Congress.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you. Tell them, Takesha, they know.
But that's what I wanted to say, Zeus. I went on and did my little spiel, and the man that owned the farm. Everybody own land now.
Yeah.
Everybody business owner and everybody own land. I've never seen so many business owners and land owners before, Donald Trump got in all my life.
Tell them. Tell them,
So
Takesha.
yeah, and he said he went to Walmart and his groceries went
Art.
down.
Oh, that was
He
Art.
a lie.
Art.
Art, I'm telling you to your face, you a lie. I get my groceries from Walmart.
Tell them. Don't lie to us.
I get my groceries from Walmart, and I can promise you the prices have not gone down.
Thank
they
you.
have gone up. So stop lying. Tell me your groceries been cut down to $100 and some. The only way they cut to $100 and some is if you're only buying Sam's Choice and you done cut your list in half. Cut it out, Art.
So true. So true.
I'm finna go.
All right. W Takesha in the chat. No lies detected.
Have a beautiful day.
All right. All right, no lies detected. You see what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's a show of force. There's Americans all over this country. We are all clear and understand that what Donald Trump is doing is basically, as far as I'm concerned, sending this country straight into a 1929 style depression. All right, and at the hands, his supporters, they're going to be suffering at his hands. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to help them understand they got themselves into this jam, and we're not going to help them. You know, if you come over here, Zeus, can I borrow some sugar, some milk, and some sugar? I'm going to say, and I'm going to ask all of you to do the same thing. You have to ask these people who are in distress right now, who did you vote for? You got to. Isn't that that's the fair thing to do? You have to say, who did you vote for? And if they say, oh, I voted for Donald Trump, you know what you should do? Go ahead and slam the door. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. I'll bring you right on up here. We'll drill, baby, drill. We'll lower your taxes and we'll pay off some of your debt, but you got to be willing to be honest. Put a 1 real quick. All right, and I'll bring you right on up here. I don't got all morning to do this. All right, if you're a Trump supporter and you believe Donald Trump is the best thing since sliced bread, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And don't worry, this will be so easy to do. It's so easy to dismantle a Trump supporter right in the middle of their tracks. All right, who do we have here? Have we spoken before? Bloomberg. We spoke before?
It ain't easy with me.
Huh?
I said it ain't easy with me.
I don't know what the heck you just said.
I said it's not easy with me.
Oh, it's not easy with you. Okay. You voted for Trump?
Yep.
Oh my God. What part of the world are you in right now?
I'm in the right part, and I respect my elders. So I don't play like I'm a judge, and I respect my elders, people that they've been doing for us, people that I know of, like Judge Joe Brown. I found out about the executive order and what effect it has on us. And he stated, like he said, I don't care what nobody else say. They're not no judge. They're not my culture.
You want to turn your camera on if you don't mind?
So that's how that goes.
Can you turn your camera on? Because I'd like to look the demon in the eye. All right, if that's okay with you. I want to look. Yeah.
I don't know if I got enough.
I sent you the request. It says you can invite and turn it on. I just sent you a request. I want to see the demon for what he is.
I want to know if I'm able to go live.
You're live right now.
No, they ain't trying to go live yet.
Yeah. You can. Did you see the request to turn the camera on? The people, your friends are here and they're saying, go ahead and cam up if you don't mind. And what we want to do is we want to get to know you, if you don't mind.
You want to know what?
I want to know you. I want to know where you came from and how you got to this state that you're in right now, where you're voting to be oppressed. Because you sound oppressed. You're at work right now?
I'm not depressed.
No, I said oppressed.
How could I be oppressed?
Because I can hear the victim. You speaking from a victim position and not in a victor position. There's a difference. Victim versus victor. You get what I mean? And I'm not talking about a person named Victor, by the way.
I can't be no victim because I told you I know my genetics. So when you know your genetics,
where can you trace your genetics to?
My genetics take me before the Bible was written. It takes me all the way back millions of years before
Africa?
The Bible was written.
It took you back to Africa?
People. It don't take me to Africa. It take me to the original people that covered the globe. We covered the globe, the first people here.
Where?
See, when you go by genetics, they're going to take you. You're going to learn that we covered the globe.
Now, a lot of people have different opinions.
This is what I'm studying. I don't know. You study something else. I know my genetics.
Did you?
So I'm sure about myself. I'm very sure. So I'm not unsure. To the T, I know myself.
Okay, so what school did you go to learn about your genetics?
You talking about school that I go to? Mm-hmm. You don't got to go to no school for that, bro. You know what intelligence is? You know what intelligence is, right? That don't got nothing to do with no education, bro. Intelligence. Do you know how to comprehend what you read?
So let me ask you a question.
Can you comprehend what you read?
How about your pineal gland? How's that doing?
My pineal gland is active, and I got and I got stuff for that too.
What do you take for that pineal gland?
Heritaki powder. Learn about that. Learn what heritaki do for your learn what that do for your pineal gland. Learn what heritaki do for your you don't know. That's what I'm saying. What are you talking about? Learn what heritaki do for your pineal gland. Learn about that.
Hey. You know.
You Man, you talking to a food activist? You talking to an herbalist, a holistic healer? That's what you're talking to right now. And I can show you, if I go live, I can show you all my herbs right now. Every herb I got.
I'm trying to send you. I'm asking. Listen, I sent the request to open up your camera. Show us all the herbs you got right there that keeps your pineal gland, that keeps that pineal gland pinging like it does. All right, you got any sea moss?
Got all that.
Okay, so you basically let me understand this. The way you approach life is you go get all the information yourself, and you say, I don't need the schools, I don't need the books. All right, there he goes right there, ladies and gentlemen. We getting that camera.
There we go. There go one.
I can't read. Let me see the front of that.
There go another one.
Okay.
There go another one.
What's that?
There go another one. I'm not playing no game, bro. We're going to keep going. We're going to all the herbs.
You're not showing me in the camera.
She legit. There you go. She legit.
That bag looked like it's seen a lot.
Cause I'm using them. I eat. Look, you see, it's used. I eat my stuff.
You eat that?
Yes. Burdock root, all the herb, any herb you name, I got right here in my house. I'm a single father. I take care of my son properly. Ginkgo leaf powder, anything you got. You got dementia, anything you got with your pineal gland, I can help you with that. Maca root powder. What you want to know?
How long have you been?
Maca root. What else?
Well, I'm just asking, how long have you been doing this routine?
Here go for your pineal gland right here.
What's that called?
Powder.
Oh,
Heritaki powder.
Heritaki powder.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is for your pineal gland.
All right. So when you wake up every day, you do all of that.
Got the sea moss right here.
The sea moss right there. Wow. Why does it look like it's been through a lot though? It seems like it's not fresh.
I use it. I got it powder form. I use it. I put that in my vegan gel caps.
Okay. I mean, I can tell you're clearly woke, right? You're woke.
Pardon me. I don't want that to happen. Pardon me.
Yeah. I pardon you. So you trying to get a pardon from Donald Trump? Is that what you're saying?
No.
You did something?
No, like I said.
Well, you said pardon me, so I was concerned about like what that meant.
The phone ring. The phone ring. But
okay.
Like I said, I respect my elders, so I go by what Judge Joe Brown said. That's a fact. That's one of our elders. That's of our culture. He don't got no reason to be playing no games or go. It's not. He don't got no reason for nothing. So I saw what he said about the executive orders because I was concerned with that too. The only one thing I didn't like about the food stamps. That's the only thing I didn't like as far as the people. I'm a single parent. I'm talking about what he did for the people that's not.
Okay. All right. Now I got to get serious with you, brother. It sounds like you're tapped in. And I just got one serious question. You've been here in the United States for a long time, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm 48 years old. 48.
Okay. You've been here the whole time?
Yep, 48 years. I'm 48 years old.
Okay, so you understand about race relations in this country. And I need you to really use that pineal gland. Do you like it when the cops... Have you ever been pulled over by the cops?
Of course I did.
Okay. Did you like that experience?
Nobody does.
Okay. So what do you feel about Donald Trump saying that the police need to have immunity to do harm in our community?
He didn't say... He ain't add that part to it. He said immunity. That's something else. But that's...
But I added it because I got to connect the dots. So you know what he's saying. You know what he's saying. Use your pineal gland, brother. All right, and the Hitaki mushrooms and stuff like that.
It's not. See, I don't. Like I said, I'm a man. I don't go into no. Once the person say that, I leave it right there.
No. I'm not gonna let you sit up here and pretend like we don't have that as an issue.
I'm not pretending nothing. I told you, you're right. Whatever you're saying, you can't. That's your conclusion with that.
Okay, no.
He said that. I'm not saying he didn't say that.
Okay, so what does he mean when he say he gives the police the immunity,
I'm not
brother?
going to what. That's something. See, I'm a man with that. I don't go into what no other man mean by that, bro.
No. Break it down. No,
I'm gonna find out. I'll wait to find out. I don't go by what he. I'm not doing that.
Well, so you gonna find out. So you get okay. So
he mean. I'm not. I don't have sex with that man to be knowing what he mean by that. I don't lay with that man. I'm not doing that. I don't go into no other man head like that, bro.
But
he said that. That's it. Now we going to see what he talking about. That's it.
Okay. Well, let me ask.
Guess nothing before he get. I'm not doing that.
Well, what did he mean? What did he mean when he said there just needs to be one day when the cops can go in there and just rough people up? You okay with that? What does that mean?
Like I said, that's applied. He's applying. Remember, this president right here is dealing with social media, so he's applying that to things that he's hearing from that's coming to him. So a lot of things be personal attacks that he's dealing with, and people taking that towards them. He's getting things that's coming down that people were saying to him on person. So he's responding to that. It don't be no to us like see other presidents have to go through that. They got the president no social media. He's going.
Can I stop you? Can I stop you?
Yeah, so you gotta give him that respect for that.
I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you understand what he's saying. What he's saying is, those police officers that are supposed to be protecting and serving, folks like you, they should have no problem going in there and doing whatever the heck they want to in order to get you in the back of the paddy wagon. And if they end up doing something that might end up costing you their life, so what? It's just the cost of doing business. Because guess what? This isn't your country, it's their country. And I'm trying to I'm trying to wrap my mind around, brother.
Now, I'm glad you just said that, because now when he did speak on it, now I'm going to what he said about that.
No, you don't have an opinion. You don't have an opinion.
I'm not saying no opinion. I'm saying what he said about that. What he actually said about the immunity thing. That immunity is only, like Byron Donald said, you can look it up, when they interviewed them on the Breakfast Club. He said the immunity is only long they within the Constitution. If they do anything outside that it don't apply to them. It don't apply to them if they break that Constitution. So if they just come walk up on you and just do some reckless stuff and just do that, that immunity don't apply to that officer.
Okay.
It doesn't apply. Now you can look that up yourself. Byron Donaldson. Byron Donalds. He spoke for that right there on Breakfast Club. What's his name? That was the main question right there on the Breakfast Club.
Okay. All right. All right. So here's the thing. And I really do believe you believe everything that you're saying to me, but I don't think you understand that there could be a chance you're wrong. And
it's not about me being wrong. Byron Donald said
no. It is about
this is coming from them. This is coming from them.
No. There's a good chance that you're being wrong, because whether you want to believe it or not, police have a record in this country of doing a lot of harmful things to brothers and sisters in the community. And that's all I wanted to check in with you about and help you understand. You voted for somebody that's actually in favor of the police to continue perpetuating that kind of harm.
Well, he's not in favor of that.
Okay.
You taking the ads in favor. You taking the ads in favor because he said immunity.
No.
That covers more stuff. Getting more police hired. And
So let me ask you a question.
I found out what that was about.
Let me ask you a question.
People, that's our color, the same color. Byron Down, the same color as me and you.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Sir. Let me ask you a question, because I gotta honestly move on. Do you regret voting for Donald Trump? And this is a simple question, yes or no, because I got to do what I got to do. All right. We've had an excellent conversation. I get it. Your pineal gland is so strong and you don't need to go to college. Do you regret voting for him now that you know that he's basically in favor of police coming in there and just beating you up and putting you in the back of the pack? So you don't regret?
He put the World Health Organization out of
Okay. Well, listen.
The World Health Organization. Health Organization. He got rid of them.
Okay. You know what? So what I'm going to do is I got to move on, because this show only goes, for so long, brother. But unfortunately, I got to send you to the lake of fire. I got to send you to hell, brother. All right.
How you feel about the World Health Organization? The World Health Organization. How you feel about that?
I feel like. Well, I'll show you. I feel like this, brother. But you know what? You did an outstanding job. Come on back. Unfortunately, there's a lot going on over there, and I don't even know how to make it make sense. All right, but you keep doing what you do, and you just need to keep listening to Big Zeus. All right. I mean, because I just got to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and send her straight to hell. Lord have mercy, sir. Sir, seriously. I need you to really put that stuff down, all right, and just give it a break, because there's a lot going on over there, and I can't address it all on one show, all right? Wow. W Zeus in the chat, no lies detected. You guys see what I have to deal with. I actually have a soft spot in my heart when I end up running into gentlemen like that, because I know exactly where they're coming from. I know the struggle those gentlemen are in, and it's deep, all right? But you know what, sir? If you keep listening to this broadcast, you might actually learn something, and you actually might become, more knowledgeable. Because there's this thing you can't do. You can't continue to act like you can just teach yourself everything, all right? There's a lot of information out here, and you got to be able to humble yourself and learn it, all right? This is serious stuff, and be careful with that stuff over there. That's some dangerous stuff. Oh, my God. All right. Oh, my God. Look at this. Oh my goodness. All right. Good morning, Kabira. Welcome to the show.
What's up, Bruce?
What's going on? How are you? Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, the demons. You know what? Trump has been in for 1 week and these demons have just lost their mind. What's been going on with the guests you've been pulling up today?
They don't want to admit they're suffering, and so they're getting up here and they're having an outer body experience. All right, because what we do over here, this is real work on TikTok, right? This is real work. We're showing. Go ahead. No. Go.
You know, I really want to speak on Jesus. You just had some characters up here this morning. Oh my God, they are truly lost. But Maiden Mary.
Oh.
You know, one thing I will not do, I will not put down a black man. I will not do it. Black men have been through, excuse my expression, hell and back.
That part.
You understand what I'm saying? And then to put down the black community. My father is a black man. All 4 of my brothers, I only have 1 living left.
Yep.
Are black men. All my uncles are black men. My husband's a black man. I refuse as long as I'm living. And then to do it on TikTok. I don't care if this was on broadcast TV. I would never do it. You know, if you have an issue with the community, then you go and you work with the community. Now, she says she worked with the community. No, she hasn't. I guarantee you she has not.
You don't think so?
But maybe working in the fire department, hooking up a fire hose to the fire hydrant.
Oh.
I doubt very seriously if that sister has done something. And then Brother Breeder.
Oh. Yeah. The spirit is strong in these people.
Yeah. Common sense tells you when you saturate the market with something, the price will go down, true enough.
Yeah.
But the people that are involved in making that item or getting it to market, those jobs will go away.
That
you
part.
have saturated the market.
That
so
part.
he's I don't even know why. I understand, brother. I understand. You're a fair brother. You try to bring these demons up and have them confess their souls and their sins, but they're not. Now, he was trying to outtalk someone who was more intelligent than him, you and Val. All right? And when he doesn't want to hear anything, he just babbles. I mean,
but you notice he came back, right? Because you have to ask yourself, if they're really feeling great about how they believe, why do they keep coming back?
Well, he's learning something. I guarantee you, when you couldn't see him on the camera, he was Googling. He was trying to get his information. So when he goes to his little broadcast, he can make it look like he's learned something.
That part.
But he hasn't learned anything. And then this final brother with all the roots and the herbs and the herbs.
you know what he was. You see how my mind instantly latched in. I said, "Oh, he's on that stuff. I get it. And I know that's what he was doing, but it wasn't connecting. The dots just weren't connecting."
No, the dots weren't, and it never will. He needs whatever's in those bags and those jars. I guarantee you. He needs to put it
W. Kabira in the chat. Don't say
It's not doing that brother no good. Trust me. It's not doing that brother any good. He needs to go confess his soul somewhere.
Thank you. Please do it. Please do it ASAP. Because we got a lot going on, and you can't be doing all of that and still trying to be engaged. All right.
Exactly. Hey, did you hear about what Trump wants to do with the Palestinian people?
Oh, I know about if you don't mind, please open up the minds. What does he want to do?
He wants the Palestinian people, he wants the Egyptians, and I believe the Jordanians, if I'm not mistaken, to take the Palestinian people so they can open up the Gaza for Israel.
Wow.
But this is what I'll say. The Palestinian Americans who voted for that nonsense, right? They had their choice. They voted Trump because they thought they could talk to Trump. Right?
Yeah, I
So
remember that, and they were protesting. Some people were protesting, I believe, because that was a situation that hit close to home, and they didn't agree with Biden and Harris on that, right? So the
exactly,
protest,
exactly.
you're
And
saying that it's
then
kind of backfiring.
yeah, and then with the you've heard of the Tuskegee Airmen.
Yeah.
Well, he wanted the U.S. Air Force to quit teaching the history of the Tuskegee Airmen. Right?
Mm.
He wanted to wipe that clean.
Wow.
Yeah, but the Air Force generals, they pushed back and said, no, we're going to still continue
Thank you.
to teach this.
Thank you. Thank
He's
you.
been doing all kind of wicked stuff.
Has he done
He
anything
got
to
so
lower the
much, it's
guys?
been blowing my mind.
Has he done anything to lower the cost of living?
Nope.
Mm.
Nope. The gas, luckily, you know what, Zeus?
Wow.
I have, I don't know if you've heard of them, Mongol beans, Moong beans, all right?
Okay.
So I don't worry about eggs because you take those, you soak them overnight,
Mm.
you blend them. I forget the name of the salt. You add it to it, eggs.
Oh, wow.
Eggs.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much plant-based diet.
Got
Right?
it. Got it. There's a workaround, is what you're saying.
There's a workaround.
Got
Right?
it. Got it. Got it.
So to anybody out there that's listening in the
Mung beans.
kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, a lot of people say, oh, I can't, they think vegan diet is eating just salads. But there's so many things you could make without having to spend money on meats and
Yeah.
what do you call this? Eggs, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can make your own diet that way. But I just wanted to
Get
bring
it out
that
there. Yeah.
up. Yeah,
Good.
yeah, yeah.
Get it out there, all right? So other people can make up their decision, make up their minds while we're dealing with this situation we're in terms of we're heading towards a 1929 style depression. Yeah.
It's gonna get nasty.
Yeah,
It's gonna get
exactly.
nasty. So I'm gonna let you go, Zeus, because I know you have business to attend.
And other affairs, all right? But I appreciate it, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, my sister Kabira W in this chat.
That last brother. Let's pray for that last brother.
He needs prayer. He really does. He in the chat right now talking about, well, I'm not sick. I'm not sick. I got some bad news for you, bro. Actually, you are sick, all right? You're real sick with all of that stuff you got going on over there. Imagine, Kabira, you go to this guy's house and you over there chilling and relaxing, and then he pulls out all them bags and say, you want some? Come on. Man, if you don't put that stuff away,
I'd be afraid to walk in that house. Zeus.
yeah. Well, you get
Tell him what he got in them bags, what he got in his refrigerator, what he has in his cabinets. That brother was out there, you know. That brother was out there. Bless his soul. God help him.
Oh my
But
God.
anyway, Zeus,
All right.
you have a good day.
All right, all right. W Kabira in the chat. No live detected. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, I got to get up out of here. All right, we've reached that point in the show where Zeus has other affairs to tend to. In all seriousness, all right. I wish I really could have brought up every single one of you, ladies and gentlemen, but unfortunately, I got to get up out of here. All right. What a show today! You all deserve W's in the chat for every single one of you. Seriously. Could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here. And Kabira, you were right. The characters we had today, out of this world. I've never seen anything like that, right, Ange? All right. Yeah, so another W in the chat. And then also I want to say again, thank you to all of my subscribers, to my gifters, my moderators, and my panelists. Obviously, I don't know if there's still that issue with the app. It's difficult to send gifts. So the fact that you do still, it just shows me, you know what? There's more. A lot of you like what we do. But you know what else I got to do? I got to give one last round of booze and shame. And you know exactly who the booze and shame goes out to. Yes, we're almost at 300K likes. I got to give this round of booze and shame to all of the Zeus haters out there. All right. And they know exactly who they are. All right. They get on this app and you know what they did this weekend. They tried to unalive my character. They went after my character all because they were trying to make me look like I don't hold people accountable when they know I do. At the same time, I say, won't you go ahead and call people out on your side when they do nasty things, and they wouldn't do it. All right. And they said, Zeus, do you got evidence? And I said, yes, I do got the evidence. Don't do it, Zeus. Do it, Zeus. Don't do it. And eventually they said, you know what, Zeus, do it. And I did it. And all of a sudden, the truth came out, and these people, they still make excuses for why they continue to be very terrible and very evil people. These are some of the most wicked people on the planet. These people are the worst of the worst. Trust me when I tell you this. They are truly the scum of the earth. Right, Q-Dog? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them one last round of, you guessed it, booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Judge Joe Brown ain't got nothing on me. All right, Judge Joe Brown ain't got nothing on Big Sis. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Do we not run one of the best shows on TikTok? Alter Ego, knock it off. You know you need this entertainment. You don't get anything. What me and Q-Dog did, we call that the give and go. And then what me and Val did, we call that the pick and roll. Thank you. Our stats are off the charts, all right? Every time we get you down in the paint, they go, oh, that's too much. You're overwhelming us. Yeah, you're darn right. And do we listen to Judge Joe Brown, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, thank you, and WN 907 Diva. Good game, thank you. Do we listen to Judge Joe Brown? No. You take those hockey-talkie mushrooms, whatever you call it. Keep on doing that. And get Judge Joe Brown, an actor. W-chat, right there. I see you, straight facts. I see you, Rick in the chat. Let's go. I saw you, Nutty. W-Nutty, all right. I see you. Thank you all. I couldn't do this without you. Even DJ. I see you, DJ. You're on the wrong side, but you need to get it straight. W-Vice in the chat. My brother, all right. I love you, too. Thank you, Takesha. W Heaven, all right, W Dolphin. These are some of the most amazing people that I've ever spoken with. W Shay, how could I forget you, Shay? Oh my gosh. W Don, I love you too, Ruby. W Crystal, come on. W by Reese. I think I got that right. W Jeffrey, W Lady Rima. W Ruby, Dolphin. Curtis, I see you, brother. Curtis is ready to drill, baby, drill. You know what we gotta do? Get the strawberries out. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to get in trouble for that. Saucy, I see you. You want me to connect the dots? And keep it clean. Oh my gosh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we gotta do? We gotta do one more. Drill, baby, drill.
And we're going to end that, and we will crack, crack, crack,
And drill, baby, drill. Strawberry Queen.
We're going to drill, baby, drill. We're going to be drilling so deep. We're going to be, for these guys,
That's right.
We're going to take out so much money. We're going to pay down on
Where you at, Curtis?
We're going to lower your
Where you at,
taxes.
Reggie?
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill. We're going to frack, frack. Drill, there's a crack, frack, frack. There's a baby, there's a lots of baby energy. You know she's going to bang. You know she's going to bang, kid. Right? Up in there, she was against all the stuff, and then all the stuff, and then all the stuff, and then all the stuff. About a year to half ago.
Here we go.
She
said, I like fracking very much. Look, they always go back to what they want.
They always go back.
She can't help it. She's a radical. She can't help it. And we're gonna end that. And we will frack, frack, frack the drill, baby, drill.
We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna be drilling so deep. We're gonna be for these guys. We're gonna drill. We're gonna take out so much money. We're gonna pay down our debt.
We're gonna lower your taxes deep. Insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Drill, baby, drill. We gonna frack.
Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter.
Hey, where my thugs at? Hey, we're gonna drill, baby, drill. Hannibal Lecter. Hey, we're gonna drill, baby, drill.
Insane asylums.
Oh.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter?
Oh.
He must
lower your taxes.
Oh.
Deep insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Drill, 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 baby, drill, gonna frack. Drill, baby, drill, like it's Hannibal Lecter.
You're all amazing.
Drill, we go, lower your taxes.
Deep insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Drill, 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 baby, drill.
We're gonna be
drilling. Let's go, Queen Flea. Time, drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. You all are amazing. Get your sea moss out. Get your Hatake mushrooms. Whatever you had in those bags, get it all out, brother. Cause we're gonna drill, baby, drill. Right in. Get the strawberries. Get the extra cream. Woo! We're gonna lower those taxes. We're gonna pay off your debt. We're gonna be drilling so deep. All right, because we got so much liquid gold under our feet. Yeah, you're healthy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Oh my goodness.